All right. There we go, guys. Yo. All right. Welcome, everybody. You're welcome to another episode of Uncle Beno's channel. You know what we do over here? We extract life lessons that can make our life better. Hey, Comfort, what's up? How are you doing? Comfort said this one loud, though. Of course, this one go loud. It go over loud, self. Oh yeah. Welcome, everybody. Wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, my name is Beno Real, and I go by Uncle Beno. And like I've always said on this channel, we extract life lessons so we can raise a better generation. Yeah. Juliet, how you doing? Life is not easy, okay? There are issues everywhere. And if there is one area I always ask God to help people, especially my brothers and my sisters, it is in the area of marriage and relationship. Hey, what's up, my D? All right. The angels are landing, no? This Uncle Beno has his juicy topic. My dear, this is not about juicy. This is about the basketballs that is going on in different relationship right now. People are just collecting here and there. And you know, for a while now, there's been several shows and several discussions around sex starve in marriages. Women are complaining bitterly, and men are also not laying back. They are coming forward to complain about their wives. If you are one of the ardent follower of Dr. Shola Jordan's page, you would have seen a lot of posts recently for the past 3 months that surround the issue of intimacy. We got women who are complaining bitterly about poor treatment from their husband as far as the bedroom activities are concerned. And we also have men who are literally losing their mind, sending messages to Dr. Shola, and they are complaining about their wives. It's the same topic, same bone of contention. It's always about, my husband is not touching me. It feels like I'm alone in this marriage. And the man will be like, my wife is resisting sex. She don't want to do anything with me. Dr. Shola, help me. What is going on? When I see those topics, I kind of frown. I just look at it like, well. Yeah, nice to see you, my D. What's up, Princess Ijoma? How you doing? Now, if you're just hitting the studio, if you're watching, please hit the like button. And if you're watching on Facebook, hit like and share. God bless you. Now, this topic is really not a kind of cruising topic. I actually decided to do this topic because I know there are a couple of things that people can actually learn from this Kiriwa issue. I'm tired of seeing divorce here and there. My husband left me, my wife, I brought her abroad, she left me, she filed for divorce, she called police. There's just so many things going on in modern marriages these days. And at the root of many of these issues lie a sacred topic that people don't want to mention, which is intimacy, sex. As Africans, we have issues. I know Africans, especially husband and wife, in our marriages, we barely address the issue of sex. No, we don't talk about it. Nope. It's a no-go area. Don't even mention it. And I just feel like if we don't start speaking about these matters, there is no way we can fully enjoy our marriages in peace. If you are on Facebook, let me know if you're seeing this. Thank you, guys. Give us like. Thank you. So we're going to look at this matter from the angle of faking orgasm. This opposite gender, I'm sorry, women, now worst when it comes to pretending. And there is a reason women pretend. I'm not gonna blame them. They pretend for so many reasons, and how they do it, I think we have to leave that one for God to help us forgive them. I mean, like, a brother could be doing a very, very bad job when it comes to intimacy, and this gender will still choose to boost his ego and say, baby, you are doing well. Baby, you are doing an amazing job. Oh, you're hurting me. Oh, you just hit it. Blood of Jesus. God help me with this topic. We just have to, somehow we have to get through today's discussion. So if you are just coming in, thank you for being part of the show. And I want this show to be interactive. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions and I'll be reading your comment. I'm waiting for my guest. I think I'm going to have like at least three guests on the show today. Hopefully CC, Honey Babe, and Sister Natu can join us. And I also expect some of my brotherhood to join us as we dissect this matter. Hey, Simbi, what's up? I see you, Mama. How you doing? Now, there are so many lessons you are going to derive from today's topic, and I want you to apply them in your marriage. You see, marriage is not easy. No. And there is no two marriages that are the same. Marriage involves two individuals from two different backgrounds, two experiences, and they both decided that, okay, I found you, I love you, I like you, I think I want you to be my partner for the rest of my life. And they got married, and after marriage, that's a lago boss. And one of the things I've heard women complain about a lot on social media is that they don't have orgasm during intimacy. And they usually accuse my gender. They always accuse my gender of being selfish. And guess what? I'm 100% behind them. Many of my gender are very, very selfish. Once brothers get in there, they got the business going, the action is ongoing. All of a sudden, when they get to the promised land before Madame, they are done. And Madame will be there looking, giving that bombastic, or what do you ladies call it? Bombastic eyesight. I mean, bombastic side eye. Yeah, I think that's what ladies call it. They'll be giving the man bombastic side eye, like, look at this MF. You came here, you've been disturbing me all day, and you just got here, you do and that's it. And you're just gonna walk away. So you've gotten to the destination, and now you want to leave me hanging. So I'm 1000% in support of my sisters in that regard. My gender is selfish. God help us. God help us. Oh, no, God help us. Yes, my Didi, how you doing, my sister? It is a good afternoon, bro Ben. It's been a minute. How are you? Your topic carry me come here. Yes, Didi, we got to talk about this one. Because one of the things that I told people or that I often speak about when husband and wife begin get their gbasgbos, I usually ask, are you sure the bed is shaking? If the bed is shaking, is madam smiling? And there is something I also used to talk about, especially during men hangout. And you know men now, when we hang out, we talk. We too with the gossip. We have our own style of gossiping, okay? So sometimes when we start talking about intimacy and all that, I always kind of like shipping this. I'll tell my brotherhood, after intimacy, do your woman tell you thank you? Hold on, just hold on. I'm coming to gist you. So I will ask, after the action, did madam look at you and say thank you, babe? And so I will be like, hey, thank you. Why would she say thank you? Women know they say thank you. Women, they know they appreciate that kind of thing. Then I'll be like, bro, are you sure you did a good job? Because if you really did a good job, some women are really good at saying thank you. And the reason they're saying thank you is because they know it is not easy to take them to the promised land. We have to be honest with ourselves, brothers. So when it comes to this issue of intimacy, I want you guys to pay attention, and I want you guys to actually take some lesson away from this show. This is not, it's not just like, oh, Uncle Ben want to create content, that is why he's talking about this. No. And like I told you guys, YouTube demonetized this channel, although hopefully maybe before this week run out, I'll have time to appeal. So right now, we are not even making money on this channel. So I just want you guys to know. However, because of the kind of topic we discuss here, the kind of issue we handle, give me a second, guys. All right, just give me a moment. All right, sorry for that. Because of the type of issue we're about to dive into, and I know a lot of people will benefit from this, and because we have some team who are actually working behind the scene and we have to pay them, and we also have people that we also try to assist in Nigeria. If you want to support us, please use our link, our Buy Me Coffee and Patreon link. Kindly use our link to subscribe, become our member. And I promise you, I'm going to be sharing some content over there. These are content that are not allowed on YouTube. YouTube frown at those contents, but I will put it there for your own benefit. So if you want to support us, please use this link to join our Patreon membership. And also, if you don't want to do Patreon, if you want to do Buy Me Coffee, use the second link to also subscribe as a member. And as a member, we can actually talk about some of these forbidden topics that we cannot talk about on social media. And the topic we want to discuss today actually fall within those topics. So please, consider becoming a member so that when you call me up or you chat me up and say, Uncle Ben, I know you are a man, no, I want to ask you something about my husband. And if you are a young fellow, maybe you want to talk about relocation, you want to talk about mentoring, just hit me up. But first, you have to be our member so that we know that at least you are supporting the effort. So we're going to talk about this issue today. We're going to talk about this issue. So we're starting right now. You know how we do it over here, guys. You know, we ask questions and we provide answers. So the first question we're going to try to answer, and I need you to put your answers in the chat, is why do women fake it? Yes, I said it. On agenda. Why do you guys fake it? Oh yeah, let's go. We have 2 minutes to answer this question, and then we move on to the next one. The second question is coming. I'm waiting for your answers. Oh, wow. I'm waiting, guys. So I'm also going to tell you guys some stories. These are stories from Men Hangout. It's usually bar talk, locker room talks. And you know, men now, once we gather like this with the talk, we tell ourselves the truth. Even though a lot of people think that men don't tell each other truth. They tell ourselves truth too. For where we did drink. Right there at the bar where we are drinking, you know, marrying, we usually still call each other to order. We used to point out our faults. So tell me right now, why do you think women fake it? Why? What is it that makes women to fake satisfaction during intimacy? Ijoma Princess, I see you. So now let me start reading your answers so we can quickly get to this. Why do women fake it? Women, I want you guys to talk, because now they complain, they accuse my gender all the time. You ladies are the ones always accusing my gender. My gender do this, my gender do that. So talk now so that we can provide solution to this problem. This has become a menace in our community, especially African community. And it's the same thing. In Africa, women are complaining, men are complaining. Here in abroad, it's the same issue. Cheating has become something. In fact, I learned that now in Nigeria, I'm sorry, I'm from Nigeria, so I will always refer to Nigeria. And I know the same BS is happening in some other part of Africa. In fact, Kenya is another place that all this nonsense is happening, because Kenyans, they are just like Nigerians now. Kenya, Ghana, which other place have South Africa? Well, when it comes to relationship, we don't have good records. Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, the same issue. Women complaining, men complaining. Everybody just going wide and cuckoo. So let's answer this first question. Why do women fake it? So, Simbi say, I'm not even on your side though. I'm trying to make sure that we all learn today. Comfort says some men are selfish, very selfish. Atidaron lady. Did he say, hey sis, how you doing? Oh, okay. I see some greeting going on. Ngozi said, men they gossip. Yes, Ngozi, you are 100% correct. We gossip, man, no lie. I'll tell you right now. Once we gather, once we did our joint, now matana we won't talk about women. The way on they judge us, that is how we judge you people too. The way on they gossip us, that is how we gossip you guys too. Yo, my Sisi is in the chat. What's up, Sisi? Hopefully, Sisi will come in and Sisi will help us make it make sense. So let us answer this question quickly. I see you, Luke. How you doing? Shandy, I see you. What's up, Mama? All right. Comfort also said they will come if only you enjoy it. Okay, thank you. We come if only you enjoy it. So women don't say thank you if they don't enjoy it. Cloud nine. All right, let's take this one from Didi. Didi say Kerewa has caused a lot of wahala in marriages. It's not a light matter. Honestly speaking, my sister, you nailed it. You see, if my small experience will serve me right, mostly when husband and wife are having issues and they are going after each other, these people that used to be so close, friendly, nice, romantic, all of a sudden, they started looking at each other as if they are sworn enemies. Most time, Kerewa is at the heart of the issue. The bed is not shaking. One person is not deriving satisfaction. Because with my almost 15 years of marital experience and long years of plenty body counts, I can tell you that as a man, if you do your job, you did a good job. Sometimes women forgive you easily. Some of your trespasses, some of your excesses will be forgiven. And the same goes to female gender. If you are not giving my brotherhood the way they want it, you are not doing your job. Thank God we have Auntie B, we have Man of Prestige. They've created a lot of content around this topic. And people have really expressed their opinion. As a woman, if you are not giving your man the way he wants it, wahala ma wa. If that man is an African man, he will jump out. So please, let's treat this issue with all the attention that it deserves. Okay? So I'm not playing today. I'm not playing around. So thank you, Didi. Kerewa has caused a lot of wahala in marriages. It's not light matter. It is not. It's more than that. Look, said na person where try them they tell thank you, boss. Absolutely. And that is where I'm going to draw my first lesson. As a man, if you are watching this or you're listening to this in the background, let me tell you, if you can't achieve two things after intimacy from your woman, you are not doing a good job. After intimacy, if she's not smiling and looking at you, that sexy eye, that eye like, thank you, baby. Even if she doesn't say thank you, but you can see in her eyes that she really appreciates the job you did. You have not done anything. So if she's not telling you thank you, and she's not smiling seductively after Kerewa, bros, do good job. Make I tell you now. And that is why we are looking at why women pretend today, because there are women that even when you did a terrible job, they will still boost your ego. Hey, baby, oh, you almost killed me. Wow, this is so good. Nah, lie you. That woman is just trying to boost your ego so that you won't judge her in return. So we're going to have this tough conversation and everybody should be ready for it. Okay? The troublemaker, D say, look, louder for those at the back. Thank you. You see, wahala, you don't start. Wahala D. All right. I did not see anybody giving me the answers I'm looking for. So let me check. Why? Chichi said, also, if the guy is boring in bed, you just have to fake it to escape the stress. Take that. Thank you. That's a very good one. I love that. That's a very, very good answer. Comfort said, some men are so annoying. You have to fake it to get them off you in time. Hey, blood of Zachariah. Oh. Are you people kidding me? This said, to make the man feel good, sometimes fear of shaming. God bless you, my sister. These are just the results of some of the research I've conducted, and you guys are hitting in. I just don't want to jump. Yeah, Sissy. Sissy, are you free? Are you ready to come in? But this is going to be a very interesting topic. You told me 6. Is it 6? Oh, yeah, it's 6 already. All right, thank you, Sissy. Let me just share. First, let me share the link to the back channel because I really want to get only my guest in the studio first before we bring every other person in. So I'm going to share this in our VIP group backstage. In case you don't know, we have VIP WhatsApp group, guys. So please take note. So I'm giving the honor to our VIP members to come and help me dissect this matter. Cece, please, if you can check the WhatsApp link, if you can check the group, I've posted the link in the group. And other VIP members who want to come in to help us dissect this matter, please, you are welcome. This is a very, very important topic. All right. So, and please hit like. Let me see how many likes we don't get so far. Please, you have to like this video, because as Africans, we don't discuss issues like this on public platform. We rarely go depth. We don't go so deep when we discuss it. We are so shy. We are ashamed. Oh, we don't want to talk about sex in public. We like to talk about it in private. And yet, you will hear my African brother say, you know, when you marry white girl, they treat you right. You know, white women will not do this to you. They won't do that to you. When you marry women from America, Europe, they know how to make love. They know how to do this. Yet we don't discuss these things. Those women you are describing in Europe that they know how to do everything. Do you know how they got there? Because every time they have public platforms like this, if you go to YouTube right now, if you type how to satisfy your husband in bed, you will see thousands of videos from experts actually training people on how to do the things. But we don't, we know they wash them. Like, no, you wash and care. You are a bad girl, you are a bad woman. And the same goes for our men. If you go to YouTube right now and you type how to satisfy your woman in bed, or you type how to make a woman achieve orgasm in bed, you're going to find hundreds of thousands of videos addressing this issue. That is one thing the Westerners do way better than us. They like to address important things that affect them emotionally, physically, spiritually. They like to research. But we know they do. We don't talk about topics like this. Oh, it's too sacred. No. I know some people will be giving me, what the woman they call that is side-eye, right? Some people will be giving me side-eye now, say, look at this, Mr. Benu. Why would you be discussing something like this in public? That is the reason why a lot of marriages are having problems, because you people don't really discuss the issue. You like to walk around it. You won't hit the nail on the head. You walk around it. There are some women right now, I don't even need to don't let me even paint it. Don't let me even, don't let me give it a soft landing. No, I will just say the way it is. I have seen women posted on social media that I've been married for 10 years. I've never experienced orgasm once. He plenty, just search. And there are men on social media that will say, do you know, my wife will never give me BJ. She won't. That is why I keep my girlfriend, my side chick is there, and I'm not leaving the side chick. And people will come after him and start judging him. Oh, crazy man, nonsense man, you see your life. These are the things that affect us. And that is why I always advise people that, look, if you want a successful marriage, listen to people who have been married for a long time and they are still having fun in their marriage with their husband or their wife. They may not come out and tell you the secret ingredient, but if you really appeal to them and beg that this is what I'm going through in my marriage, they will teach you how to go about it and you will have a happy home. And this is not just about women. These men, we have issue, especially we men. The biggest issue is us. We are quick to judge our women. We are quick to say, oh, she's disrespectful. She didn't do this, she didn't do that, she didn't treat me this way, she didn't treat me that way. Oh, she's not fun. She's a boring woman. I want my woman to have that body's flair. She's not giving me the vibes. Bros, have you asked yourself, when was the last time you satisfied that woman in bed? And to make it worse, welcome my CC. Okay, CC, I just the para for you.
Hey Ben. Hey.
I just wanted to finish this line that I'm
Finish,
throwing.
finish.
There are many of our brothers that complain and whine as, oh, this woman, she's disrespectful of all the things I'm doing. I'm paying the bills. I'm doing everything. She talked to me anyhow. She don't even appreciate my presence. When I make advances, she will just be there. Some will even be so unashamed that they will say, do you know, my wife will just lie there like a log of wood. No matter what I'm doing, she's just lying there. She's not even moving. But bro, I'm a young uncle. I'm still learning from older uncles like Uncle Patrick, Uncle Adam, and many people like that I respect a lot. I'm still learning from them. But let me tell you this as a young uncle. If your woman know they come, I am not saying you should make her come every day, may you no go buy. But if at least in every 5 intimacy, she's not coming like 3 times. You know that when they call hormone, in case you are still a baby husband, because many men these days, you're just walking around, you are a baby husband. You don't really know what to pay attention to as a married man, so that you can get maximum satisfaction from your wife, so that your wife can respect you by fire, by force. Many of you don't know you are a baby husband. Listen, hormone is nobody's mate. And that's why my brother MOP will always say, emotion is not your mate. You see, women hormone and their emotion, they are connected. If you make a woman happy in bed, just take this from me. If you make your woman happy in bed, you get her to that promised land. Bros, you will get away with a lot of things. So she will respect you naturally. Your people will be having your issues and all that. But so far, you're giving her what she wants. You are the Mr. Macho now. You know when they talk about alpha male, this is what alpha male is all about. It's not just about I'm providing, I'm protecting. Bros, forget that BS. Being an alpha male means that you want to go in there and do what you have to do. And it's not all about muscle. That's why sometimes when I see people say, oh, you see these guys with 6 packs, you see their muscle, he's tall, he's everything. Let me tell you this. Have you seen a woman married to a man who is 6-pack, he's 6 feet tall, has 6-pack, he's muscular and everything, and she will still cheat on that man? And by the time you dig further, you will find out that people will carry 1 pack. And then they dance that woman like mad. I have so many stories, but we're just going to start there. So, but the bottom line is, even you as a woman, you've been married to this man, year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only time you achieve orgasm is when you are being the operator yourself. Buying all, you know those machines that they describe as baby hand holding a fruit, until you buy them, plug them, doing voo. The moment your husband go to work, PM, you don't enter room, you start operation. But it never occurred to you that you can actually figure a way out to talk to this man and say, hey, babe, you're doing a good job. I love you. In fact, you are giving me everything I wanted. In the bedroom, you are a lion. I can feel it, baby. But there's just a little problem. You are not really getting me there. Can we just work on it? It doesn't occur to you like that. You are claiming African woman. I don't want to talk to my husband. Hey, if I told my husband, he would judge me. Auntie, there are ways you talk to a man. After you boost his ego, he will listen. He will even allow you to take control. Me, I will tell you right now, when it comes to issue of Kerewa, I am not the head of the family. We are both the head. Sometimes you take control, you take charge. Because sometimes it could be difficult to take you to the promised land. But if you can just guide us, if you can just show us direction. And this is where I'm still mad with some of my brotherhood. Some of you are so way over your head that it never occurred to you that a woman knows her body 1,000 times better than you. You don't know. Okay. See, let's get this going. Make it not be like say Uncle Ben just the rant. And God bless you Sissy, for coming in. I really appreciate this because when I was planning the topic, I'm like, hey, look, I can't do this alone. I don't really know much to talk about this, but I need educated sisters who really have adequate knowledge of how this thing works to come on the platform and help me make it make sense. So everybody, please help me give shout out to Sissy. Everybody, please give it up to Sissy. And
hey, real fam. I mean, I always call everybody real fam. I'm here.
Yeah, this is the real fam. Let me introduce my sister the best way I used to introduce her.
Go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I have the pleasure and the privilege to have in the studio with me the one and only sister that I have in the UK, including my own honey babe. But this one right here, I called her my soft life sister. She brings it 100. You know, honey baby is my accountability prefect. Everybody knows. But you see, Sissy is the soft life sister, and she always bring it 100 and help us make it make sense. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you my sister, pretty sister that I don't want to get old. Welcome, Sissy, to the platform. How you doing, Sissy?
Oh, Beto, that was an introduction of introductions. Thank you. My head is getting bigger. How are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Sissy. How is it over there? How is London?
It's good. It's gloomy. It's been raining like crazy, but we have a little bit of sun today, so we thank God.
Oh, that's good. Welcome, Sister Marriott. Welcome, everybody. So, Sissy.
Yes.
Like I said in our VIP backstage, I really want people to learn from this topic. It's very important that people learn. We've had so much problem and issues in our marriages as Africans. Mostly the problem often starts in a passive way, that it's so, to us, let me say to Africans, we do think that it is insignificant until that problem now grow wings and become a Mack truck threatening to run us down and destroy everything we work for. And that problem is this lack of sexual satisfaction among Africans. I don't want to push it, say Western world or anything, because we have issues and we got to talk about it. This lack of sexual satisfaction in our marriages is a big deal, okay? And the earlier we start addressing it on public platform like this, I think the better for everybody. So
absolutely,
this is going to be a series. I don't know, it might go all the way to 5 series, but as we today, yeah, it's a topic.
There's a lot of learning to do, learning and unlearning.
Yes, so, and I need people who are outspoken to come and talk about it, because it's a taboo in Africa to talk about sex. Yeah, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's my favorite topic. I'm a break up all the taboos.
Me, I like to talk about it because I see
it's
where
important.
are making mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
And anytime those who really know me and my wife up close, sometimes they'll be like, Ben, you people don't look like husband and wife. The way you people talk, you play everything, it's almost as if you are brothers and sisters. And I'll just laugh. And when they ask me, Ben, kidney secret, why, how would this thing be like this? You know, they be the same with me and my madam. And I'll be like, first, is your madam your friend? 2,
exactly.
How is your Kerewa life? Because it's very important. You can have all the money. You can have all the big cars, fancy houses, everything. You can go out and impress everybody with your wristwatches, your clothing and everything. But if at home, you people are not getting what you wanted, there is a big problem. And gradually that problem will lead to resentment. So that is
absolutely
why I want us to talk about this. And I choose to start with pretending, because this is where, to me, this is where all the problem starts. Many of the sisters that are posting to Pastor Chola now or on ATB's page and everywhere and complaining, I mean, it's sex like marriage. I have not had orgasm in 6 years. It started from somewhere. And before you get to that point where they are whining and complaining, especially my sisters now, before you get to the point when they are whining and complaining that my husband is not even satisfying him, he's not doing everything, they have been pretending for way too long that they got tired of pretending. So that is why I'm starting with pretending. So Sissy, to start with, why do women pretend during intimacy? Help my career, Sissy.
Okay, so first of all, I think it's not always that the relationship has got to that point where they're pretending. I feel like if we're talking about in the context of African marriages or African relationships, like you said, the number one thing is sex is already a taboo, right? So the mindset that we have as a society, as a culture, in regards to sex is already a problem. It's already negative. Most times people just see sex as something you do to procreate, to have kids, right? If you're single, you shouldn't be having sex because you should be waiting until you're married. If you're married, there's only a certain type of sex that you should be having because you should only be doing it to have children. So when you have that already, those preconceived notions coming into a relationship, it's difficult to break those cultural or societal, conditioning that you've had, right? And especially for women. Maybe men not so much, but for women, African women, it's a problem. So I think that's where it usually stems from. And then if you're somebody who maybe you're a little bit more outgoing in terms of your sexual prowess, or you're a little bit more free, a little bit more open, immediately you're a shell, you're a dish, you're a prostitute, there's already negative connotations. Even if you're just a single female and you have male friends, there's already a problem. People assume that you're sleeping with these men, right? So if you grow up in that environment, how do you go into a marriage and then you're expected to be sexually liberated? Who's taught you that? Where does it come from? Right? Because there's no progression, there's no discussion. So where would you have learned that if you're not a prostitute, or if you're not out there selling your body, or if you're out there not trading your body for sex or for money, right? So there's no natural progression in an African setting, and that's in East Africa, West, North, South, all over. It's just African as a people. That's just how we condition ourselves to understand sex and to relate when it comes to sex. So when those types of people get into a relationship and get into a marriage, if you're somebody who already has that very strict upbringing in terms of what sex should be and how it should look like, of course you're going to have problems in a marriage because you can't vocalize when you are not satisfied. Do you even know what satisfied is? You don't know what satisfied is. Maybe if you've got a child, that's what people think they're satisfied in sex, right? Or because you want to please the man, and maybe from conversations that you've heard with other people, or maybe things that you've watched, like the pee. I don't want to say it here. I don't know what YouTube allows, pee that rhymes with horn. But if you've been consuming that kind of content, you'll assume that, oh my God, all this very theatrical noise making, all this kind of very elaborate kind of expressions you're really doing it. But you don't realize that these people are being paid to do a job. They're being paid to make content. It's not real life, right? What they're doing. Yep. So if you bring that into your own home, into your own relationship, is it going to relate? Is it going to be the same? Probably not. So I think ultimately it's the way we're brought up culturally that impacts the type of sex that we have, right? For some women and men. And then it's the type of expectation that you need to meet as a woman during sex. You are expected to enjoy everything. You're expected to moan, to show the man, you're always, I think it's like you're putting on a performance. It's always for the male gaze or for male satisfaction. It's never for your own satisfaction because, women shouldn't enjoy sex. Why? Why should you? Right? But so I think that's where the problem starts from.
That is a wrong notion. It's a wrong notion to assume that, women should enjoy sex. Like, what the F? And
but our culture does not allow us to.
It's the culture, Ben.
That's what
it's the culture. Even some of us who are speaking and saying, some of us who are a little bit free. Maybe it's just because I've been brought up in the West. I've got a British upbringing. It's a little bit different, and also I'm not West African, I'm East African. Our cultures are a little bit more liberal in terms of conversations around sex. That could be one. But ultimately, I know myself, I know what I want. And I know that if I'm with somebody in terms of sexuality or in terms of sexual compatibility, that's very important to me, right? In terms of the longevity of the relationship that I'm going to have with that person. So it's very important that I'm satisfied and my partner is satisfied. That's my personal preference. However, other people, it might not be like that. And there's a lot of factors that go into why that could be, you know? So
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for that, Cece. I really, really appreciate you. That's why I always want you here, because you bring it hot. I'm still waiting for Honey Babe to come and help me crash the whole thing down. And then I'm still waiting for my brother. So
don't worry, I'm easing you in gently. I'm working you slowly, okay? This is, you men need to learn. You have to start slowly before we go rough. So
They will
I'm
not-
giving
they
it
will
to you
not
slowly.
listen.
We're not going to go rough
They will-
straight
that
away, but don't
gender
worry,
will
we're going to
not
get there.
ladies
That
and
gender cannot
gentlemen,
listen.
I have in the building my sweet sister, the gentle but don't try her sister, Natu.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Sister Natu, I know your type now. So sweet, so caring, gentle, but still not fire. If you pass your boundary, you go collect. But ladies and gentlemen, please
0 to 100 in 2 seconds.
help me welcome Sister Natu to the conversation. Welcome, Sister Natu. How are you doing?
Yo, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm
I think
fine, my
Cece has
sister.
given an
So,
amazing submission.
yeah, before I start with you, Sister Natu, I just wanted to say this. AJ, I need you to come to the studio. I'll probably share the link. I want you to come to the studio and come and defend some of the things you said in the comment, because we need men to make una come talk on our own, because this problem, now we the cause and pass. So, AJ, be ready. AJ, say here in Africa, you enjoy your wife sexually as a girlfriend. Once you guys are married, she assumes she got to her last bus stops. She will stop being sexy and be buying your vibes when it comes to Kiriwa. That's
I
a
hate
very,
when
very
people don't
good
take
point.
no, I hate
But
when people don't take accountability. That's why I need Honey Bay here right now.
all right, Sister Natu, let me start just the way I started with Cece, because like this is gonna be like almost 5-part series. I can see it already. So let me start with you, Sister Natu. Why do
Yes, sir.
women pretend? Why do they fake it?
Because
During
they don't even know what it is. Some of them don't know what it is. What's that?
Hmm. Hmm.
Some
Hmm.
some of them don't know what that is.
Help me
I am
explain.
not even I grew up in the north. I'm not even making that up. Anybody that is listening to this that can speak Hausa, tell them to explain to you Alaji Azo Bude.
Alaji Azo Wule.
Bude.
Bude. Okay. All
So
right.
apparently what that means, like, okay, your husband is here for the consumables, so just undress and let him do the
Jesus.
do and be going. Yeah.
Are you for real,
Anybody that
Sister
says
Natu?
I'm not making this up. Real Hausa people, I'm not making this up. No.
Hmm.
I think it's the new Gen Z and Generation Alpha Hausa kids that we have that are trying to explore.
Hmm.
But the olden, the millennials and those back ones, they are very romantic.
Hmm.
First of all, I was even surprised that GM was not even initiated in the north, because as far as they are concerned, the wife is just there to, like, you're just there for your
Wow.
see. You know the cultural thing that they say that girls are being prepared for marriage and boys are not.
Mm-hmm.
I think culture is one of the biggest people that are guilty of that, because they do a lot of stuff. They will give you stuff that you will eat that will make you have more fluid in your body during kerewa, just for you to appease your
Mm-hmm.
husband. There's nothing in the things that they are teaching you that has to be like, oh, if you do this, it's gonna make you also enjoy it. No, you are not involved. You are just there as a machine to perform, and that's it. So
Hmm.
culture has done, yes, culture has done number on us. That's what this is saying. Culture has done number on, and let me tell you, culture is not something that you carry clean and erase and just wipe it one day and it's gone. No,
Hmm.
no. Till today, all these people that are selling kayamata, what is it for? The kayamata is not for you to enjoy Kiriwa. The kayamata is basically for your man to enjoy you. So which one
Wait,
is the
wait,
one
wait,
that
wait.
are they going?
Sister Natu, wait, Sister Natu. this one where you mentioned now, you just remind me of something. Welcome, Sister Cherish Olivia. Thank you, my sister. Now, this Kayamata you mentioned right now, there was a time this thing was raining in Nigeria. It was like a big deal in Nigeria. And I remember, I think either I asked one of my PA then to explain it to me because I don't get it. Every time you're Kayamata. And the the impression we had is that they use it to hold men. It's like a
No,
jazz. Like
no,
once
it's
you enter
not.
like this, you know they go
No,
again.
no. Let me explain to you. So it's
Okay.
not just, you know how when you go to a restaurant and buy something. No, let me just make example with my oils that I sell. That Auntie B bought that I give Auntie B that African charm that
Yeah.
couldn't stop talking about it, and then she tells everyone my favorite is African charm. Everybody that is buying oil from me, at least one person wants African charm in his own. If five
Hmm.
people are buying, four people want African charm. Why? It's not
Mm,
because, yes. So it's not the issue of about me holding them. But African charm is a concoction that I mix myself. It's a combination of different oils. So if you
okay.
like, oh, go to Dubai and go and come back. You don't find African charm in Dubai. You have to
Mm,
come back to me to come and buy it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes,
yeah.
it's my own combination. So that's how the Kaimata thing is. It's just make you appeasing to your man that like you enjoy in a way that he doesn't want to leave you. So it's not like jazz, no. It's just concoction that's just gonna make woman have more fluid in her body, make her feel tighter and all of those rubbish. It's not
Yeah.
jazz. So forget it. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The whole idea is only about you doing to your man, do this man, do this. Which one is going to be for the woman?
Hmm. And that is why I think this conversation is very, very important because I'm sorry, when I look at issues, I look at it from a different angle most times. And that's why people sometimes feel like, Ben, you are weird. Why are you not seeing this thing the way we are seeing it? Because I often feel like, I'm a strong, my stronghold has always been consequences. Like I said, I'm a consequentialist. When anything happens, I
Okay,
look at the
but well,
consequences.
let me clarify. These things, actually, there are different types. There are the natural ones. The most common ones are the natural ones. Those ones that are laced with jazz, they are the extreme ones. It's those people that will always go and do it because their husband has another wife. They don't want the husband to be with the wife. You understand? But the most common one that you see in the market that you can get anywhere are those natural concussion stuff that they mix. They are the ones laced with jazz. But those ones are the people that want to be extreme.
Okay,
Do you
cool.
understand?
Now,
So
Sister
people that want to
Natu,
be extreme.
from what you've said so far now, what I deduce is that even in the north, women are used for sexual satisfaction for men.
Oh hell yeah. Mhm.
This now bring back the question of this fake it pretending that we are discussing today.
That's why
Why
I said
are
we
the
don't know
women
what it is.
faking it?
We don't know what is that. What is
So
orgasm?
meaning
What is
some
it?
of them have never had orgasm.
No,
Ah,
no,
Modaro.
no. I am not making this up. That is why. Let me explain to you
Oh
why they're
boy.
having issues. Let me tell you. That's why now you hear them saying if you go to Abuja, Kinikon,
Mm,
because some of their women that are married, when they go outside and because their husbands don't have their time, they go and start checking these small boys, and these small boys do them magic, and they come. Ah,
ooh.
that's where the trouble start from, my brother. That is where the trouble come from because what is this thing that just happened? There was an electric shock. Who shocked me?
Hmm.
They want to do it again tomorrow. But when allergy come, allergy is different. Pisha is out. So do you understand now? So most
Yeah.
of them don't know what it is. To be honest, we've had this conversation a lot of them my girls group, and a lot of them are household girls, and they've said it. A lot of them have to even learn from conversations that they have with friends, learn to please themselves to find out what that is, to be able to initiate with the husband if he's open to learning. But some men, Jada is
Okay.
wife will not tell him how to please her. Shall become a shower daddy. Oh. You have
Okay.
become a
One more
shower
thing
is going
before
to
we move on to. Thank you for that, Sister Natu. Thank God Sisi is here. One more thing before we move on to the next line of discussion. I just wanted to ask now, when those ladies who, when those women are reacting during intimacy, making all those sounds, what are they reacting to exactly then?
They're no, they're helping you be able to come on time and
Honey,
leave
babe.
them alone.
So
Did
all
you hear
those,
me?
they are helping the man to come. Is
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
what?
they're
come
helping
on
the
time and leave
man.
them alone. So that you leave them
Yeah.
alone. Because
God bless.
they're pounding on her.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Because men are visual, right? Women are more
Yeah,
emotional.
if they don't feel
Okay.
like you,
So
they
if
will
you're
react.
not seeing the person is enjoying themselves, or there's some kind of noise, you immediately gonna think, what's going on? Is there a problem? Immediately. But maybe for a woman, there's a lot of things you can do. She doesn't necessarily need to make noise, but you can read from, how she's reacting or whatever, that you're doing the job, right? If you're a receptive and attentive lover, which a lot of African men are not. So in the moment, they're only thinking about themselves. So yeah, when the woman is making all the noises,
Mhm.
it's giving them that ginger. They think that, yeah, they're doing the work really well. And that's it. But the woman is probably just thinking of shopping lists, what the kids are going to eat tomorrow, and all these things. It's just theatrics. That's what
Oh,
I put it
Hurry up
down
and
to.
finish and the
right.
rest of it.
Okay. Thank
Yep.
you. Thank you both for making that make sense. Now, we are just starting. Welcome, my honey babe. I'll be hyping my honey babe. Honey babe, don't start with laughter. This one, you see now, honey babe, don't come. Don't start with laughter. Oh.
Oh my God. Well said, CC and everybody. I've been enjoying it. I've literally just come back from work.
Hey,
Welcome
honey
everybody.
babe.
All
Hey
right.
baby
Hey,
girl.
babe.
Are you right?
Okay.
How
Hello,
are you?
sister
Now,
Natu.
How are you?
now, wait. Let me just try to protect myself first from this. My three sisters. I am not doing brotherhood, though,
Okay,
because
no
I know
problem.
there is no way
If
I
you
can
like
even.
do now, so you
I,
just collect by yourself.
I can't even win an argument against one of
Don't
you.
it.
Not to talk of
Three
three. So,
against one is you don't bother. Don't bother yourself. It's not gonna work
all right.
at
So
all.
let's move on
Mm.
to another aspect of this conversation. And like I said, I just want people to learn. And I think so far so good. People are already getting value from this. And I think the men in particular should be paying attention to what is being said here. We have established that in Africa context, women are raised to satisfy men sexually. Do we all agree on that? Sister
Yeah.
Nat
Amen.
and everybody.
We're not allowed to to say that we enjoy it. It's a taboo. They assume that you've been whoring around or something. It's all about the man's enjoyment. You can't say I'm not satisfied. They will look at you in a certain way.
Okay. And yeah, Sherry's Oliver is even saying the same thing now. Most women have not. Some brother are not doing their job. Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
Mm.
Okay,
Mhm.
now let us go deep down into the root cause of all these things.
Mhm.
Will you sisters agree with me that lack of sexual education is a big problem, especially for the male? Could I say male or both male and female in Africa? Correct
Both.
me.
Definitely.
Both. Both.
Definitely, but for both in Africa, it's you can't say that. Like I said, you can't talk about it. It is funny how I remember my mum. I don't remember my mum or my dad talking about it. It was you don't. You need to read. You can't get pregnant. You can't have a boyfriend. And then
My
when you're
parents never
20
spoke
something,
about
they
it.
suddenly say to you, when are you getting married? There's no education to tell you about the do's and the don'ts, about having, being safe. In African family, they never tell you that. But I had friends that were Caucasians and they weren't sexually, going around sleeping with each other, but their parents spoke to them
Hmm.
and educated them. So it wasn't a taboo. You could say they could say to their mum, oh, what's this and that, what's this? And they would, they could talk about sex education to their parents. In an African family, there's no such thing.
I think mostly I would say we don't have a sex education in Africa, but I would say
No,
we probably don't go in depth. I don't
You
see.
know,
I
Rabel,
can't.
we don't have. Stop
we
playing.
don't have.
Stop
Sorry,
playing.
stop that.
Oh,
Stop the
we
cap.
do
We
have it
don't.
now. Okay,
We don't. We don't.
let Okay, let
No,
me.
let me tell you what they usually tell us,
Yeah.
and a lot of people agree with me on this one. Tell
Okay.
me, parents will say,
Yes.
"Oh, okay, when you start your cycle, you tell your mom or your dad, they're like, okay, now
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
be careful with the boys.
Yeah.
Anybody
That's
that
it.
cross your leg, you get pregnant." Is that
Yes.
sex
That was,
education?
yeah. If anyone touches you,
Tell
you get
your
pregnant.
daughters what happened when you stay in the same place with a guy for too long. He holds your hand, he touches your breast, he puts his hand on you. Like it's gonna send you waves and it might lead into doing something. What's gonna happen if you have sex without CD? What's gonna
Yeah.
happen? You're gonna get pregnant.
Yeah.
Nobody's crossing anybody's leg to get pregnant.
Yeah. For what I remember, even me being brought up in the UK, I don't remember my mum talking about sex to me when I was a teenager. Not at all. Even when I had my first boyfriend at 18, 19, it was never spoke about.
Okay.
And I'm saying this, even being based here. So it's a
Okay.
very African thing where you don't talk about it. And I think by doing that, that's how people get themselves in trouble.
Okay. I absolutely agree, but let me just quickly clarify something based on why I said I think we have sex education in Africa, but we just
No, we
don't
don't.
go
No, we
in
don't.
depth. Yeah, let me just explain, honey babe.
Okay.
Now, I think most of the sex education we have in Africa is all about protection, how women shouldn't get pregnant. I think that's what it is mostly. Educating ladies on how to protect themselves, don't get pregnant, no go carry belle come.
No,
Blah, blah, blah,
educating
blah,
men to always use CD. They don't educate us how to know. They only tell the men use
to
CD
use
so
CD.
that you don't get pregnant and you don't get pregnant, you don't get infection. The only
Hey,
thing we
you,
get is boys don't cross your leg.
hey, you see that project Auntie B was talking about, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. It be like say all of us on Obudu Farm, we need to really support that idea. There is a lot of education we need to do in Africa because these are the issues. Now, I'm not gonna lie, nobody sat me down and taught me use condom. I think when I started even using condom was when I impregnated my first son's mom. When she carried belle come and I'm like, yeah, Mudaro. I think I was age
Wow.
17. Yeah, I was age 17 then or something. From there on, I always carry my go sack. Go sack is very popular in Nigeria. So I think it was my mistake that actually taught me, but nobody sat me down and said, Ben, if you don't wear this thing, this can happen, or talk to women. So now we have established at least two issues here. One, women in Africa, they were raised to satisfy men sexually. And two, we are lacking sex education in Africa, period. Now, sex education is one thing, but going into sex education with respect to satisfaction, I think that is where our marriage counselorship and all those things failed in Africa. I don't know if any of you, my sisters, will agree with me. I don't
I
think
agree. I
sex.
agree because I mean, how would you teach a sexual what's the word? Like how would you teach someone to know their sexuality or to be in touch with their body when they say that pleasuring yourself is a sin? You'll go to hell. It's a taboo.
Yeah,
So
because of the
how
whole,
do you
yeah.
do all these things when everything is a taboo? It's a sin. You'll be shunned. It's a disgrace. It's horrible. I
Yeah.
mean, where
because
do you
of
start from?
because of
Okay.
the whole church thing, you can't talk about sex. You can't. It's everything that CC is saying. People will look at you somehow. It's a taboo. It's
Yeah.
everything. So there's no kind of community for you to discuss things like this, especially in the African community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, Misty. Misty said the thumbnail is telling different story from sex education in Africa. Yes, Misty, we are discussing the thumbnail. The thumbnail says how and why women pretend during intimacy. So we are just trying to, in fact, we are scratching the surface right now because at the beginning of the show, I said that I want us to actually make this a kind of sensitization. How do you pronounce this thing, Jade? Sensitization. Okay, Sisi.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Sensitization. How do you pronounce it? Is it not sensitization, right? That's how you pronounce it now. We are just trying to sensitize people. You people are the one with the BB grammar. You are not bailing me out now. Okay.
We want you to fool. Go on, say it.
All right. So, Missy, we are just trying to educate our people, and we are looking at the root cause of why women pretend during intimacy. So we're just trying to scratch the surface first, so that at least we can identify where the struggles started. And what we've discussed so far has pointed out to the fact that, thanks to Sisi and Sister Natu, as well as Honey Babe, we have established the fact that women are raised to satisfy men in Africa, and a lot of women are not taught how to even enjoy themselves, and even our brothers were not taught how to give women satisfaction. So that is why we now talk about sex education and all that. But now I want to move on to the other issue.
Sorry, Ben, can I say one more point before you move on?
We are co-hosting.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One more point I'd definitely say is the lack of seeing intimacy in your family, right? Even as with parents, a lot of people, they have 10 kids in their families, 6 brothers and sisters, yet they've never seen their parents hug. They've never seen their parents hug. They've never seen their parents kiss. They've never seen their parents say, I love you. They've never seen even the mom and dad even say, even kind, playful things together. No, never. So how do kids learn about intimacy when they've never seen examples of it, positive examples of it? I'm not talking about sex. I'm just talking about even just friendship within like a marriage. A lot of parents back in the day, even a lot of African parents now, they've been married 20, 30 years. I watched a video where I think it was on Instagram, and it was saying, hug your wife. The pastor was saying, hug your wife. If you see the way that have you seen that? It was so uncomfortable. These men, they were like, hug your wife, kiss your wife. It's like they were kissing their sister. I don't understand. It's weird.
It was kiss. They want them to kiss.
Exactly. They want them to kiss. But did you see how they were behaving?
Yes.
They were acting like they don't know these women from anywhere. It's like they just told them to go into the crowd and go and kiss a woman. The men were so uncomfortable. The women were so uncomfortable. But this is somebody that you're married to. They probably have kids together. So how do you go from having kids, raising a family, being together, committed for 20, 30, 40 years? You cannot even do something as simple as kiss your wife, hug your husband, sit close together, hold hands. Yeah. So how will we learn about intimacy as we move through the generations when we've never seen positive examples? When you look at white people, their parents are always kissing, they're always holding hands. The public display of affection is second to none to them. It's like their second nature. But Africans, it's just now. A lot of us were learning it, right? Okay. So I think that's also a problem in our community.
Yeah. Thank you, Sisi. Thank you, Sisi. Now, let's move on to another stage of this conversation. So if we are looking at pretending during intimacy, I think we're supposed to also look at the link between sex and emotional connections as it affects intimacy. I don't know if
very true.
Coming out. Yeah. Hey, my boss is here. MOP.
Very true.
MOP said that I'm even uncomfortable with saying I love you.
Who's uncomfortable?
MOP, don't even get me started.
It's true.
I'm a Yoruba, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think my generation are the one that started growing to that point whereby you can publicly tell your wife, I love you. We don't hear all this, I love you, growing up. So I think MOP,
exactly
100% correct. Okay, so now let's talk about the link between sex and emotional connection. Because I think if a woman is having kerewa with a man and she never experienced orgasm, and she knew that maybe, I think it's even worse if the woman has had orgasm in the past, maybe where she was
before with another boyfriend, or someone else.
And now she's married, and it now becomes a big deal that she can never get there. So I think there's going to be a kind of disconnect between her sexual desire and her emotional needs. And I believe if the woman got to a point, because even this pretending, you will pretend to a point that you will stop pretending. We were having we were having pre-production meeting, myself and my staff, before about an hour before I started this show, and we discussed many of these points. And one of the things they told me when I said, "How long can a woman pretend before she would just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm not doing pretending anymore?" And they were like, it depends. For some people, after a year or two, they will just say, well, your God, do whatever you want to do and get the hell out. So let me ask you now, starting with Cece. Cece, how important is it that couples realize the connection between sex and emotions when it comes to satisfying their partners in bed?
I think it's very important because ultimately, even though we say it's only women, there's a lot of men emotionally. If they're not there with you, things won't work for them as well, right? But obviously, for women, we're more emotional. Okay, so naturally, for a man to be your bedrock, it has to start outside the bedroom. I think we've said this a lot of times. We said this on Auntie B's channel. We said this on Man of B. It starts outside the bedroom. If a man is not pleasing you, and maybe financially, emotionally, he's not taking care of you, why the hell? It's only some women, they have strong minds. Me, I can't do it. If I'm not happy with you outside of the bedroom, don't touch me.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't touch me. Don't even look at me. No. I can't pretend. I'm sorry. Because when it comes to that thing, I need to enjoy myself. I'm not there just for your enjoyment. I'm not like a sex doll, right? So if you're upsetting me and it translates into everything, I'm somebody who I can't hide my displeasure. You will not even like to be in the same place with me. It's not like we're going to fight, but you're not going to enjoy me in any aspect. Even in my cooking, in my mood, how I move in the house. So, no. Sorry, you're not. It's true. And that's like most women, right? You just come in, your whole energy will just be off. Even the guy will not even want to touch you. I mean, he'll feel like he's doing grape. Because you'll just be, do you understand? So it starts outside. It starts for women. It starts outside. If a man is not pleasing you outside the bedroom, it will be very, very difficult for him to please you in the bedroom. That's the truth.
Yeah. Honey babe, before I come to you, let me quickly address. Misty. Sorry, I shared the link in our VIP backstage. That's how City and other people got in, because I just wanted us to make sense of this conversation before we discuss some other issue. But now that we have established the point, I've shared the link so that people can come in and give their opinion. Honor Prestige is here. Baba, how you doing now? It's been a while.
MLP, happy Monday.
Hello, my people. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, my guy. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Happy Monday to CC, Honey Bay. I think Natu was here too, right?
Yeah,
she was.
Yeah,
something. Hello, man of Prestige. Good to have you here.
All right,
representing the man. Wonderful.
Yes, so if we have to move on real quick, Honey Babe, in a nutshell, maybe like in 1 minute, what is the link between sex and emotion? What does it look like?
It's very, very important. It's very, I'm going to talk, basically add on what CC said. It very much starts from the bedroom. If I'm not happy or we have an argument or I'm feeling frustrated, forget about trying to do anything with me. Because we're women, whether it's men or women, if you're upset, you're not in any mood to do anything. And I think that you being intimate with your partner, you have to be emotionally open to have that sexual connection with them. And if you're closed off, whether because of, you're not happy or you're feeling frustrated, you're not going to do anything. And I think it's a clear correlation between your emotions, your happiness, and your openness to whether you achieve the ultimate satisfaction in your sexual relations with your partner.
All right. Okay. MOP, you want to say anything about that before Misty can say something? I'm just trying to establish this link because I actually wanted this one to be an educative one so people can really learn from all the buzz we are having. So the link between sex and emotions, Baba.
The link between sex and emotions?
Yeah.
Well, there's no... Okay. Now it depends.
He has started. Okay.
Maybe let me just kind of explain it a little bit.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah, please.
help how you come in. So we are looking at why women are pretending during intimacy, and we are just looking at the foundation. We've spoke about the fact that there is lack of sexual education in Africa generally, and women are raised in Africa to satisfy men. Why nobody is actually paying attention to the need for women to have orgasm, be satisfied, and all that. So before we go deeper into the bedroom activity, I just wanted to establish that I think sex and emotion also comes to play when it comes to this pretending thing. So you get the angle we're coming from now.
I get it. You know, the reason why I struggled, right, is because I don't think there's anything in life that is not driven by emotions. So how much more sex, right? Or kerewa, I should say.
Okay.
I don't think even the stock market is driven by emotions. It's called greed and fear. You know. So how much more a situation where the only expectations that you are getting from it or that you are attaching to it is to feel good, right? And funny enough, that's a very difficult thing for a lot of African men to comprehend. Sadly, you know, as simple as that sounds, but everything is driven by emotion, yes, and especially sex, but it's especially sex between married couples, because over time, real life kicks in, complacency kicks in, and people forget that. And people try to force it into this zone of it's a duty and responsibility. And then they're wondering why they're not getting none. The reality is that nobody wants to do kerewa. Kerewa literally sounds like play, right? Like it sounds like you're playing with a person, right? Nobody wants to do that with you unless they feel good about doing that with you, you know?
Okay.
So it's the answer is, I don't know if it's a question, but it's connected in every sense of the word emotion, and it's driven by that. And yes, we're coming from an era where people might have been forced directly or indirectly to participate in that activity from a place of, oh, your father gave you over to this person, so you must do it. But it's 2024. So, and what we know about time is that the truth continues to reveal itself. The truth about the human experience continues to reveal itself more and more, as opposed to what some people call it. They think the world is devolving. I said, okay, if you want to call it that, but the point is that we're here in 2024, and you're not just going to be able to do kerewa with people just because it's duty and responsibilities. Either you are paying them money, in other words, you are provoking their emotions in a good way, right? And they want to do. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to emotions, Baba.
All right. Okay. Now we're getting to the main issue. This is gonna be like 5-part series, but we're getting there gradually. Now I want to come straight to this issue of pretending in sex.
You took a deep breath.
I know, because this one will hit some nerve. Thank God Misty is here. I know Misty is just waiting to when
I'm not gonna pounce on you, don't worry.
Missy baby girl, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hi,
I'm
Sissy.
good.
Hi, hi,
Missy.
man of prestige. Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
Missy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
So now the first tough question is this. When there is lack of satisfaction, the woman is not getting orgasm and she's pretending to get there. MOP have spoken a lot about deep issues that most time what we see happening before it leads to divorce and everything, it started somewhere. And it's because people are kind of overlooking those minor issue when it started. They did not address it at that time. That is why it gets to where it is. So my question is this. The last time Misty, Cece, you guys were here, and you had an issue with me because you said,
don't we always have issues with you, Beno?
So true.
I think the only person that don't have issue with me is Auntie B.
Not with you. Maybe just your point. Let him land, Misty. Let him land.
actually, I think you agreed with me for the first time. The last time I was here, like for the very first time, we shared something that was mutually agreeable. So,
Yeah,
but we are always at different lanes with you. Like honestly,
That
you
is
know.
true.
yeah. So what I wanted to bring out, why I made reference to the last time was that when the issue came up and Higbaz both wants that,
Yeah.
Misty and Cece, you guys were quick to tell me that women are the receiver. And
Yes.
if the receiver are giving us feedback, we are supposed to listen. So I want
Yes.
to bring that into this my question. As a woman, you are married to this man, and
Mhm.
every time the Kerewa, you guys do 30 minutes, you do 1 hour, it doesn't matter, maybe you go 3, 4 rounds, you don't
Yeah.
get to the promised
30
land.
minutes of non-performance. Nobody is going to be waiting for you, babe. Like
Is
no.
not is not doing
Yeah,
that doesn't even that's not even making
let me
sense.
just put the
30
I
question.
know, right?
Yeah, let
doesn't
me
make
just put the
sense.
question out. Now, when you are not getting there, and
Mhm.
the man is getting to
Yeah,
where you want to be,
I know.
what stops you as a woman
Aha.
from raising your concern as the receiver? That's my question. So let's just take it one at a time.
Take it one
Misty,
at a
Misty, you
time.
can, you can go first.
Okay, so my thing is, I
Sorry,
feel
sorry.
like
So the question is, what stops a woman from using their
from
words?
speaking out,
From
Yes.
speaking out
that
that
they are not happy with the
yeah,
performance.
that you're
Gotcha.
not doing it the
Yeah.
right way.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy MOP is here. At least he can help me put it in a proper. So that's the question. What stopped the woman from at least expressing her concern? So, Misty,
so
take it from
so
there.
I may not answer that directly, but I need you to understand that there's our generation in the 30s, in the 40s, and early 50s. We are breaking chains, and we are coming from a different school of thought when it comes to intimacy, sex,
Yes.
lovemaking, right?
Mhm.
Then you have to understand there's that school of thought of our parents in their 60s, 70s, 80s. There, you could not even show your husband in any way remotely possible that you know how to, you know all these strokes, all these styles, and no, because they'll ask you, where did you learn this from? It's pleasing, but it's you could be a you could have slept with so many men, and that's so wrong. So you had to be subdued, and you cannot show your emotions, right? When it comes to intimacy, you just had to perform and please him, and that's the end of the story. So their generation, they really didn't speak about sex education or anything remotely close to whether they're pleased about the performance, right? Our generation, different ball game altogether. Honey Babe has already spoken about it. Sissy has already spoken about it. Nobody is even going to give you 5 minutes of their time if you are not doing what they want. First of all, you have to understand, when it comes to making love to a woman, you have to prepare her emotionally, probably throughout the day. You're both at work, send her text messages, something sexy, send her order for flowers to be sent to her. Prepare her emotionally in her mind, so that by the time you're getting home, she is really ready for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that, men have to also understand that there's so many things you can do to please a woman before you actually physically get interact with her, right?
Yeah,
And
but the
so
question is, why not talk about it?
I'm
Like,
coming.
yeah, because like MOP
Okay.
is straight. Why don't
Please
women?
don't rush me. I'm
Yes.
coming. This is the other problem. African
This
men,
is
they
what
just
men
want to
do,
jump
always
into
They
it
rush.
rushing.
and start
Thank you.
pounding. Please.
Okay. I'm
Let her
listening.
land, please. Let her land, please.
Not today. Okay, just give me continue, Misty MOP, please. Moderate. Let me just excuse myself for a minute.
Let
Continue.
me summarize. So, like I
Okay,
said,
we're
our
listening.
generation are a different ball games altogether. There's no way you are going to get intimate with somebody now. Most of them, anyway, most African women, there's no way you're going to get intimate with them without preparing them and without letting them know that, tonight I want to do something. I want us to do something. Blah blah blah. No, and they
Mhm.
will not hesitate to tell you how they feel.
Yes.
Literally, it could be such a turn off that you will not enjoy yourself. So now, at at this time, I know women are so outspoken about how they feel, about finances, about so many things. And this is causing a lot of problems for men who are not prepared to embrace that. But the moment, as a man, if you prepare yourself and you listen to your spouse or your partner telling you that this is how I want you to do it, this is how, then everything is going to flow very smoothly and you're going to have such a good time. So women are changing so much. Women are getting very open and speaking about their sexuality and sex. So I don't think women are not speaking up. I think it's just when you say women are not speaking up, there's that old generation who definitely they are not going to talk about it. Then there's this new generation and people in the diaspora mainly, they will talk about it. That's all I really have to say.
Okay, let me quickly put this to you directly, Misty, because it's all about learning right now. You are married to me, and the KY is not giving you what you want. How would you go about it so we can fix it? I'm good to you in every area. I've been performing my duty as a man, doing everything that has to be done. But in just that one area, maybe we can go 1 hour, do everything, but you are not getting to the promised land. How would you approach the issue?
So for me, I'm big on conversation. After every session, we're going to have a conversation, or even during that, we're going to have a dialogue. I will tell you if I'm in the process. I will tell you this is not what you are doing right. I don't like this. I will guide you. I will speak to you. We shall have a conversation. You'll give me feedback. I'll give you feedback. I am so big on that. There's no way I can get intimate with somebody and I don't get feedback and we don't have a conversation.
Are you saying
I'll be snoring already while she's talking? I'm listening.
No, I will insist on us speaking. For instance, I will not even let you go so far. The whole process will have to stop, honey. We have to make sure things are going right. I am one of those people. I don't know how to pretend. I'm like Sissy. If I'm not happy, you'll see it. In my face, my body language, everything. Interestingly, me and Sissy come from the same area of the country. So that's how we react.
Hey, wow, there is problem here. You said there's going to be a review of every encounter. Is that
exactly?
Like it's
and you know what, Uncle Beno, let me tell you. Uncle Beno, let me tell you. So if I were married to you, I'm going to have conversations with you in the beginning, and I'm going to guide you. And by the time we shall then get comfortable with each other, you will learn what pleases me. I will learn what pleases you. With time, we don't even have to have any more conversation because we know each other's language.
Okay, I like that part that you will actually teach the man, because that's just what I want to drive at. Now, Sissy, is it the same thing with you? You're married to the same man, and KY is not good. How would
First of all, no, we wouldn't even have been married. Let me just tell you, we wouldn't even have got to marriage. Absolutely not, because I'm a vocal person, and I shared this before. I dated somebody. This person was like, "Oh, when I get you, it's gonna be like this." I was getting excited. When the day came,
fireworks.
Which fireworks? There was no fireworks.
They were promising you fireworks.
It was
rubbish. It was rubbish, yeah.
Right?
I can't even explain. I think it was abuse. What happened?
Oh my god.
Okay. I was like, sir, no. Midway, I said I was traumatized. I said, no, baby, that's not that. I said, does that work for you? Afterwards, has that been working for you? This your technique? And he was like, oh, what do you mean? Blah blah blah. And I was like, no, babe. Please.
See, that one had never even acknowledged the problem he had, right?
At all.
Yeah.
The guy was hyping himself. The technique was, everything was bad. And I was just like, but because I liked him and, we were still starting out, I could tell him. And the good thing about him, he's a Yoruba guy already. He's an African man, all these type of things, doing well, everything. But bro, that area you're not dominating, and I'm disappointed that my sisters have been giving you some false narratives.
Right.
And we sat down and we spoke, and I was just like, no, that doesn't work for me. This is not good. I think it's how you give somebody the criticism, should I say, or feedback, it has to be in a loving way, right? And I liked him enough that I said it in a nice way because it would be beneficial for both of us. And over time, you know, he was open-minded,
So-
and the thing is, he was open-minded, so it kind of worked out
so
best. But no,
if the intimacy wasn't good, despite the fact that Beno is so good in everything else, that it is irrelevant, right? Everything else becomes irrelevant.
But
everything else
not
becomes
good.
irrelevant.
Right.
But Cece, did he improve?
He did, under my guidance and watchfulness. He did.
Fantastic.
But what I told him is what works for me. The thing that men don't understand is what works for me. What works for me as CC doesn't work for Honey Babe, right? So even if he's moving on, take the time to understand the woman, understand what she likes. Don't just go in there.
Right.
Oh yeah, this worked for my last babe. Bro, it's not working. Come on. No. No.
Can I say something?
It's not. No.
Honey babe.
Can I say something, brother
Honey babe,
Ben?
I don't want you to
I'm
say
very
anything.
much like the two ladies, but I've been spoiled because I'm not gonna lie. My partner will say, "You always ask me, do you want me to do it like this? Do you want me to do it like this?" And I say, "I want to change position," and it will change position. I've been very, very spoiled. So I've had no issues, but that's just my personal experience. But if there has been a situation where I've said, "I don't like this," he'll immediately stop and he'll ask me what I want, and I get what I want.
But you know what? I've never actually said, I think the word "I don't like this" is negative, right? I think you can always say it in a way like, "Oh my God, you know, babe, I really love," praise them on the positive side first before you land the blow, right? Soften them up first. Just be like, "Oh my God, you know, I really love when you do this, you know, this makes me feel really good. But you know what, when you did this, it just wasn't taking me there. Like, you wasn't taking me there to that next level. I really want you to work on this. Maybe you can do this, maybe you can do that. But saying, I didn't like this," to me, it's not what you say, it's how you say things.
Say it. Right,
that's just it. And the person will be more receptive if women were a little bit, and I feel like us women, if we were a bit more vocal, we wouldn't have these men out here thinking they're champions in the bedroom.
Okay.
When they're really not. When they're not. It's the truth.
Sissy,
it's the truth. Every guy, let me not put my business out there, but the person that I'm intimate with, I'm retraining that person, because whatever that person before you has taught you, that's not my business.
All right.
So yeah.
The funny sister. All right.
Uncle Beno, you honestly picked a wrong panel today, because all the ladies think alike. You should bring some other lady who is going to give you a different school of thought.
I actually wanted you guys here. Like I say, it's gonna be a 5-part series because there are so many aspects to cover, and I'm not doing this for clout. Of course, this channel is demonetized already, so I really don't do it for clout. It's just that I'm sick and tired of having to read about people putting their businesses on social media, complaining my husband is not satisfying me, I've not had orgasm in 10 years, and it's just don't feel right to me. And that's why I feel like we have to start addressing this thing from educative standpoint. We cannot just be doing dragging. Africa, we do a lot of dragging, and at the end of the day, we really don't accomplish things. So that's why I said we're gonna do this topic. I know it's bedroom talk, but everybody need to learn. There are some reasons some people are doing better in their marriages, having fun, and some people are complaining and whining every day. So that is just it. I actually wanted you guys here because I know you guys are straightforward and you're gonna break it down. You bring it 100. So before I move to the next one,
can't wait to hear from man of prestige.
Yeah, I want MOP to do me a favor. MOP, are you still with us here, Baba?
Sir, Mwambi.
Yeah, I want you to do us a favor because you actually conceptualize this thing better. So when a woman is dissatisfied, she's not getting orgasm in the bedroom, and it keep on being the same thing over and over again, I thought that she should speak, address it, and we've all agreed, based on even what my sisters have said there, it all points on to communication. They should talk about it. Now, you now being an expert, we are lucky to have you, and you help me put it the right way. Why don't women use their words? So, Baba, I just need your take on this one. What is the significant role of using their words when their man is really not performing? Take it, Baba.
Thank you. So at the end of the day, right, people's behavior are pain and pleasure driven, right? is
Yeah.
either they are gravitating towards pleasure or away from pain. So if a woman is not using her words, it's probably because there's some kind of pain attached to using her words. It could be in the form of shame, right? I think some of the ladies have already spoken to that, because of the way we've been socialized and because of the way, especially African women have been socialized. There's a lot of shame attached to the topic of sex in general.
Yeah.
In addition to that, there's also the shame and sense of rejection that can come from our ideas. Maybe she has a different way. Maybe the way she talks about it. Maybe it's not well received. Maybe she gets shut down when she's trying to suggest what pleases her. Right.
Yeah.
Some women actually will get told that they're actually olocious because they're suggesting something that pleasures them. You know. So at the end of the day, there's some kind of pain attached to the idea that you're suggesting, which is to use her words, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it could also be um, it's not it's not it's not sexy to have to use too many words to describe this activity we're talking about. It's
Yeah.
much more sexier when people kind of know what they're doing. But even if they're going to use their words, there are ways that you have to express it. It has to be playful, it has to be bountiful, it has to be fun in nature. And then so you can still stay within that zone, of the fact that it's supposed to be playful, right? And some people don't know that. And before you know it, the conversation of sex in general can be very awkward for most people, right? So, for example, a man who is not getting none, and the way he asks is by asking and saying you're not performing your duty, and he's using the language duty, and he expects that to result in something good. That's going to probably work even more against him, right? So again, the point I'm making here is that there is some kind of pain attached to the idea of her using her words. That's why she's not using her words. It's probably at an emotional level, as we've been talking already, right? So you have to be willing to listen long enough. If you are the type that tend to shut her down when she's saying "I like it this sort of way," then that's going to feel like rejection. So she's only going to do that twice or three times before she stops doing it altogether. So she would just tell you, just get it done, get it over with, so she can move on. You know.
Okay. Thank
Then,
you,
in
Papa.
terms of pleasure, think of it. Think of if you start to see not having sex with you as pleasurable, more pleasurable than having sex with you, then obviously,
Ah,
no.
MOP. Hey, hey,
So,
hey.
so she will gravitate more towards pleasure, which is get it over with, so we can move on. You
Baba,
know.
no boss this table. I take out beg you. You don't
So
eat us below the belt now.
I don't want to take shots already, right? So it's just everybody just calm down. Just know that there's a reason beyond she just want to be evil to you. She
Yeah.
doesn't want it ultimately. That's the bottom line. So why is it that your own wife doesn't want to participate in this activity with you? That is a question that you have to be patient with yourself to answer.
Mm.
So I don't a lot of it is non-verbal. There's a lot of it. What makes it fun is even the fact that it's non-verbal. There's an attraction going on here that is non-verbal in nature. And when people have to use their words, usually there's at least one person that's finding the whole thing awkward. And you might call them a child if you want that, but the bottom line is that you guys are not doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, MOP, for that one right
Well
there.
said.
You nailed it. Thank you. Thank you, MOP. You nailed it. Now, I want to move on to the next topic. And I purposely left this Didi comment here because I want to make a reference to that. So Didi made a very valid point when she said, when a lady know her body, when a lady knows her body and how to get pleasure, she directs her man how to give her that, and that is paramount. Now,
Exactly.
this hey, this woman will not hold on, please. My madam is calling.
Attend to her
answer,
immediately.
madam. Oh. All right, ladies. I actually like the last one that Didi just dropped too. But then when the lady knows her body and how to get pleasure, she directs her man how to give her that, and that is paramount. Yes, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
That's cute until the man also doesn't receive it well. Remember what I was saying, right?
Mhm.
Exactly.
All
So
right. Thank you, MOP. So, sorry for that. It's
you have
it's
to answer Madam now, of course.
I have to make them no go fire me. All right. So why I'm highlighting this is because it linked to my next topic, and that is who should take the lead during intimacy. So here is the context in which I asked this question. I'm going to speak as an African man now, based on what I've learned in bar talks, the one American call locker room talks, but Africa, we African men, we talk over drink. So when we are at the bar, men spills, they talk a lot based on what they are experiencing at home. And just like Didi pointed out that women know her body and she should direct the man. I found it that some of the brothers I've spoke with in the past, the woman just allowed them to dictate. And based on experience, these brothers knew that the women are not enjoying that kerewa. But maybe as a result of some of that things we have pointed out here, African women, they don't want to come out as if they are wide or something. The women will not show them. And I do believe that as a man, in my own opinion, every woman is different. Every woman pressure zone is also different. And each woman knows her pleasure zones better. I do believe that some women know where a man could go, and they can get to promised land in less than 10 minutes if they actually show the man and if the man want to learn. So the question here is, who should take the lead? Why can't women be bold and say, honey, I think you are hitting the wrong area. Oh, honey, I think it's better if you touch here. So should men lead also in kerewa? That's the question. Should men also be the one to lead in kerewa when women are the one who are suffering? That's my question to the panel right now. So, honey babe, let's start with you.
I knew you was gonna try start with me. I mean,
honey babe, you've been laughing all day long.
I'm so sorry, everybody. Okay. To answer your question, like I said, it should be a two-way thing. I know from personal experience, my partner will ask me, he will engage with me and say to me, am I enjoying it? And I will say yes, no, have the conversation. If I'm not comfortable, I will say I'm not comfortable. If I say that I want to change position, we would obviously agree to change position. I don't want to go too into it, but it's not just one person, it's the two of you wanting to have pleasure from each other. So it should be the two of you. It shouldn't just be the man leading. It's, and the woman just lying there and knowing that she's not happy in that position or she's not having pleasure. She should be able to have the confidence to say, babe, I'm not enjoying it. And the husband or the partner should be able to say, okay, what do you want me to do? It should be a two-way thing. Both should be leading.
So both should be leading. The man is leading the wrong way.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said you have to. If he's leading the wrong way, you obviously would vocalize it. I mean, there's been times where I've said I don't like what you're doing, and he said, "Okay, get on top of me." I know that's too much.
Hey, honey babe.
I'm being honest, and I've controlled the situation, and we both enjoyed it. I know I probably should have said that, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, thank you, honey babe. Because honey babe is just a troublemaker today. You are just laughing. I guess you have encountered some terrible people in the past.
I have. So but I don't want to shame them. So, yeah, I've been through.
All right, Misty, same question. I know where you will stand already, sir, but Who should take the lead, Misty?
I think, like Honey Babe said, really, there's no like specific formula. Anybody can initiate intimacy between the two of you. It's not nice when it's always, because in the past it's always been men who initiate it, and then probably woman is probably playing hard to get and stuff like that. But things are now changing. Women are speaking up and saying, I want this.
Wait, let me correct something, Misty.
Okay.
I use that intimacy because I really don't want to put the mate in there. I mean, in the bed.
I'm coming. I never really just, respond to your question directly. I have to come from somewhere, then I get there.
You're a lawyer. I know you're a lawyer. You have to win the argument. Let's go, sis.
I'm sorry. Let me remove my lawyer hat off, and then I just speak to you But yeah, I feel like with spouses or people who are in a relationship, there's no specific formula for you to initiate. It can be a man, it can be a woman. Back in the day, it was always the man who would initiate, and you just had to follow the lead, right? But things are now changing a lot. Things have changed. Women can initiate at any time, anywhere. That's what I know. And once you are engaged, just like Honey Babe said, really, it's communication between the two. Know your person and let your person know whether you are being pleasured or not, if you're happy, and guide them. That's really it, it doesn't have to be. It gets boring when it's one person who is leading in every aspect. It's so lousy. Like, why are you there? Are you even happy to be here? Like, be present, be participate. That's what I mean. So you cannot just lie there and let the person do their thing and then you fake it. No, it takes two to tango. So be a part of the conversation.
Good. Okay, now Sisi, I normally leave you an MOP out because I have a core one that I want to bring in. Now we are getting into the hot zone. We might end maybe in the next 30 or 40 minutes. We might end, and then we'll do the part 2 tomorrow because people have to learn. But we are about to start the main basketballs now. Marriott is not patient. That sister Marriott, not the patient too.
Marriott needs to come into the studio. I love Marriott and Didi. They need to come into the studio.
If we do that one, it'll be uncontrollable. It'll be too much.
I will step out, and possibly Sisi will step out, and then they will take over.
No, we have to handle all these things together. Okay.
Right.
Okay. This next question.
Ask away.
Mention 4 orgasm zones in a woman's body. This one is to answer this Marriott question. It's been part of what I have here already, and it's just like we are all in the same spirit today, and everybody is just kind of hitting it directly. This shows that this is a big problem in our community anyway. That is why it's almost as if we're on the same page. So now, this is for you, the women, and the reason I'm asking this question is for education.
Me, I want to hear Ola's version as well.
No, don't worry. You see, the thing is, you guys have to teach us. When we were having pre-production meeting today, I was even vulnerable with my staff. I told them something my wife teach me about, I think 5 or 6 years ago, when it comes to this Kirewa thing. You can imagine, we've been together 21 years, so until 6 years ago.
Oh, wow. 21 years. Congratulations.
Yeah,
amazing.
21 years. We went to
You're a veteran.
So, but you can imagine, until 6 years ago, before she showed me that trick, and I'm like, God damn it. Oh, when I teach her I'll be tiger all this while, Jesus, why don't you tell me? So some of these things are very important, and I'm asking this question so that brothers can learn, because to be honest, our brothers are the ones that have bigger issue in this area.
Sorry, Ben, you need to drop what that thing was in our group chat. I want to know. Don't just try and gloss over that big elephant.
Exactly.
In our chat, we want to know.
Exactly.
We want to learn.
See, what
I'm nosy
now is what we call a proko in Niger language.
We also want to see the pink elephants.
No problem, no problem. We'll cover everything for learning sake. So why I'm asking this question is because the brothers are usually the one that has a lot of problem in this area. African brothers, we have energy. We are good. God bless.
You ate all the yams.
Yeah, God bless majority of us with Bola, everything day, no wahala. But to be honest,
Not everyone.
Oh my gosh.
If I talk,
choose your language right. Maybe you could say generally.
ladies.
Okay.
Ladies.
The assumption. Let's say assumption. Okay.
I swear, if I hear only babe laughter one more time,
I'm so sorry.
I'll tell you my story after when we finish this.
Yeah,
it will make you laugh.
Yeah, let me just add the context of this question.
Sure.
So my take is that African brothers are very good. We are fit, strong, and all that, energetic and everything. But I agree with you, ladies, that not all African brothers are really
endowed,
educated when it comes to the real action, the active delivering in the bedroom,
love making.
Yeah, and I know that one crime we committed as African brothers is that we like to pound. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that is so annoying. I'm sorry, I find it so irritating. That is so annoying.
These my ladies are hot today. So one of the major problems is that African brothers, we like to pound. We can literally pound you until you are yelling, and I'm gonna be vulnerable.
Uncle Benno, like that. You should have been putting this show in the middle of the night, like at midnight.
I swear.
You should
have. With some very exciting music at the background, you know.
Misty, I deliver you with the blood of Jesus, Misty.
Thank you.
All right, just let me finish. So I know we are guilty of pounding, and let me just review right now. One of the reasons why African men we like to pound a lot is because some people actually want to hear you cry. People want to hear you as a woman. They want to hear you feel the pain, because to us it's like yeah. So because to us it's like that's a feedback that tells us how good we are doing. I'm just let me finish, please. When we pound like really try to destroy everywhere, and we can see you struggling, you know, moving around, almost fell off the bed, everything, you know, like literally we can see that we don't catch this woman for corner. We won't even let you adjust, you know. To a lot of African men, that brings satisfaction. That shows that yes, you are an alpha male, you are doing a good job, you are doing a human's job. But what experience have taught me, and from every other researches that I've conducted, is that women really don't get to the promised land with those excessive pounding, whoa. And one of the things I learned is that women actually get to the promised land when it is slow and steady, and when everything don't goes in all the way deep. I believe you guys understand what I'm trying to explain here.
I don't want to laugh.
All right. So now, one of the things I did a lot of research. I have a lot of videos. I want to share them in my Patreon account so people can actually watch and learn, because these are really, really good for married couples. They are explicit stuff that we can put on YouTube, but we can put it on Patreon. These skills are necessary. So we discovered that women, they say it themselves, that when it is slow and steady, and when all the excitatory organs are being touched at the right time, at the appropriate time, they get to the promised land so fast. Our problem now as African brother is that a lot of brothers don't even know these zones for a woman. It's like an anatomy. They really don't know that. Okay, a lot of brothers just know that, okay, if you grab the bobby, If you grab the breast or you grab the yansh or you just shook hand there, you go walk, which is kind of wrong. So that's why I'm asking you, ladies, and MOP will help us make it make sense. Can you tell us 4 zones, 4 orgasm zones that if a man should work with the right technique, the woman will get to the promised land? Who want to go first? Honey, babe. No, Sissy, let's start with you. Sissy, help us with that. 4 zones, areas.
Okay, for me, let's start with my mind. Number 1, okay? I need a man that can talk to me.
Jesus, I don't see. Let me write it down.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Straight.
This that one.
For me, is my mind. So you need to be, saying the right things, preparing before. Then has to be the neck, right? Those neck smooches, those light kisses, perfect. Then obviously the usual zones, maybe the nips. I'm not gonna say the full thing. Those are good. Don't suck it like you're being breastfed, like what most men do. No, that's annoying, and it's giving PTSD. Okay.
Wait. Let's break it down. You are being too fast. We don't reach where men want to get done fast. No, we want to learn. You people have bashed us enough. I've seen enough. Una don't bash us. So even when we are not in relationship, but they pain us as men. You people have been dragging us online. So don't rush. That's the first thing, Sissy, is
from the mind. Is the mind.
We're in trouble.
Okay, so emotionally, stimulate me emotionally, whatever, right? And even sometimes you can be, saying things that will just be playing in my mind throughout the day. That's number 1 for me personally, and I think for some women as well, right? Okay. Warm up, and then the neck. For me is my neck. That's my neck.
Let me see if I've had that. Okay, she's here too. Okay, good. We will get
it can be kisses. It can be, sometimes when maybe like.
Hey, Sissy, this is where I'm confused. You said neck, not mouth. Neck.
No, neck. When you come, hello, Ben, you don't just go straight for the mouth. There's other places first before you even get there. You need to have that anticipation. If I know that, you're going to come in, you're going to kiss me, it's too predictable. I need you to come in, I could be washing, you touch my neck, you kiss my neck, you kiss my ear. This, start something first. Grab my neck in a way, make me look at you. Then I'll be like, okay, now we're ready to kiss, obviously. And sorry, a lot of African men, you men, kissing, before you even get to the sex.
Hold on.
Kissing is bad.
Hold on. So what you are describing now is that the man should start the kissing, like you just kind of kiss the neck, the ears, touch maybe your back, kiss until you get to the mouth. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, that is for you. Then
that's for me. I don't know about everybody else. Those are my things that work for me.
And then number 3, you mentioned paradise. So after the kissing, after the man have arranged your mind, he prepare your mind first. Sissy, do you know what? Okay, make I not spoil this show. If you prepare your mind,
do I know what? The man is ready to go in.
Okay, so mind to your neck, and then to
kissing, yes. And then what was the other one? I said obviously your nips, your boob area, but I don't like. I have big boobs, so for me it's like, please know what you're doing. I don't want you to nuzzle my boob, and I breastfed as well, so I don't like nuzzling my boobs or doing this type of sucking that's like breastfeeding motion. No, it has to be sexy. Okay, and a lot of men don't know how to be
milking you like a cow. Then
milking you like a cow. It's like, what the hell are you doing? It's giving PTSD or something, you know.
Trauma.
Sissy, just for clarity, men, we like to grab Bobby.
You don't grab it, please. If I grab your balls, would you like it?
Would you like it? Exactly. Would you like it?
No, Bobby and balls are not the same thing.
It's the same. It's sensitive.
It's sensitive.
We are designed to be grabbed. When we
No, they're not.
feel it, we
They're
grab.
not.
We want to feel it.
They're
So
not. You can hold them in a nice way, right? But you don't grab them like you're trying to rip them off. Come on
But
now.
you don't need to milk her. You don't need to do it like a cow. It's not necessary. No milk is
all.
coming out. The milk has gone. Okay?
all right, brothers, you are hearing this. So stop grabbing. Don't
It's just gentle. It's all about the touch. Gentle men can be. You don't realize how your touch is very powerful, right? Even a small touch for a man is like a hard touch on a woman's body. Our body is soft. Our body is gentle. So somebody grabbing your sensitive area is like, bro, what are you doing? Are we fighting? It's meant to be seductive, it's meant to be sensual. So it's just the touch that you think is a normal touch, reduce it by half. And
Okay.
that's the right touch for your lady. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 3, you say when they go to paradise. Now
Which paradise? We've not gone to any paradise yet. You're far off from paradise.
Uncle Bedo has
Which
suffered.
paradise? You guys are so far. There's so many areas to still go. Which paradise have you? You've not gone to the paradise yet. Hello.
Not gonna
Oh my
learn.
God, that's funny.
That will
men
never
are in
learn.
trouble. Oh. So
Huh?
we have moved from your mind to your neck to Bobby. We are still
Uh-huh.
not heading to paradise yet.
No.
La, la,
What
la.
about your
No.
what about your tummy? The sides of your tummy, caressing your tummy, maybe the sides, your belly button, stuff like that. That's another area.
You see why they never get it. You see why they will never get it.
You
No
see-
They'll
patience.
never get it. They're already thinking of paradise.
Yeah.
No patience.
Because the baby is confused.
If you don't know, do that tonight. Yeah,
Okay.
before from neck to from there you go down to the sides of you caress the sides of the what do you call it? It's not your love handles, it's the sides of your waist.
Okay.
Yeah, that area, that curve. You do the back, you do
Cuff,
the sides,
the hip,
you kiss,
where the
you
hip
kiss.
attached to the body.
The sides, like your sides. I can't remember what it's called. Your like obliques, those sides. You kiss that. You go down to the stomach. You do the belly button. You kiss the belly button.
Okay, wait, Sissy.
Mm.
Honey babe, if you laugh one more time, honey babe, if you laugh one more time.
Uncle Ben, no, you're taking notes. Is that what's going on?
Ben is taking notes.
I feel like he's man of prestige. I feel like he's actually like gotten a book and a pen and he's writing. So he wants Sissy to keep repeating so he's not missing anything.
Bro, Ben's game is about to change.
See
Yeah.
what?
He's about
I
to
wasn't looking at the screen, so I was hearing. Hold on. I was like, wait, what's going on?
You guys,
No,
you're naughty today. You guys, you're too naughty today.
No, see what's happening is that because I have Patreon and I have Buy Me Coffee, and on Patreon you can actually post some content on Patreon that can help people that you don't have to put on YouTube. So
Yeah,
Amen.
I understand Patreon. Yeah, I know Patreon.
I'm still going to summarize them and put it in like maybe 5-10 minutes video and put it in Patreon for those who will subscribe, because I know people will definitely benefit from this, and I've already learned a lot now, and I believe some men are learning too.
Fantastic.
And to be frank, MOP, your camera is on. MOP.
He wants you to see him.
Wires.
He wants you to see him. Come on. MOP is a hot dude, by the way. So you never know.
Oh, this is mad.
So the reason I'm taking note is that the way I do my shows, I usually do my research, then I will task my staff, my assistants. They will also do their own research, and then before show we will compare notes and do it. And what CC is mentioning right now, it did came up from my own end. For instance, I know that you have to kind of tease a woman, get her ready, just kind of
That's part of the
heighten
teasing.
her expectation. But I don't know the way CC put it now, that the first thing you want to work on is the mind. So that's why it shocked me the moment she mentioned that okay, one of the zone is the mind. I never considered the mind as part of the zone you want to work on when it is about Kerewa, you know.
Absolutely.
Uncle
Have
Beno.
I finished? I'm not finished.
Okay, so I'm just explaining why I'm taking notes, just to make it clear. It's not
Right.
I'm
Got
just
you.
catching through. This is serious for me because I'll be the one to make a video and publish it in the future, you know.
Wow.
Please,
Take all the notes.
acknowledge our contributions.
Oh, of course,
Totally.
now. Of course.
Cite your references.
So we move
Copyright.
from to neck, and then now he spoke about Tommy. And to be honest, I'm just gonna a lot of African men. I don't know about the Gen Z and then maybe the millennial. The older one like me, a lot of African men will not waste time on your tummy. Let's just
I
be
know they won't. They won't waste time on anything. They won't waste
I
time
didn't
on
say
anything. They
anything.
just enter. We know that. That's what the problem is, Brother Ben. That's the problem. That's the problem.
But then on the flip side, it's not really your tummy, because a lot of women that have the insecurity, it's like your it's more like your belly button going down that, following that line. Yes.
I can't
Just
with
kiss-
you, girls. I can't.
So so Sissy said after the tummy, you move to the hip side, you kiss the region. Honestly,
as you're kissing the tummy, you're caressing the sides, Ben. You got to think. Close your eyes and think.
Your hands
You're
are
caressing the
busy.
sides, you're kissing the tummy, you're kissing the belly button.
Yeah.
And you don't see, let's be frank here.
What's the problem, Brother Ben? What's the problem?
You see, it's all good from preparing your mind to your neck, to kissing, to grabbing Bobby and all that. The man can still sustain his attention. But when it comes to moving to the tummy and then now to the side, an African man might actually lost his erection at that point. I'm sorry to use that.
Where is it going to go? Where will it go?
Are you kidding me?
But then, when you try this and you're getting the response from the late, it's the anticipation. What men don't understand. Women, for us, it's not the motion, right? It's the anticipation. The longer that you can keep the person, the juices are flowing. That the height, like, come on, I'm trying not to be too explicit, but for me,
said, don't grab me a beg. Handle me with care.
Handle me with care. I'm an egg, right? You need to do that because you're building up the anticipation. Trust me. And a lot of women, let's say that the person is not ready when you started the kissing, which a lot of women are not usually, right? We're not on the same level of sexual go as men. So if you start with all of this, by the time you're ready, she's ready. But you need to take that time to begin to warm her. You need to warm up the engine.
Sissy,
can I say something? Can I interject, Brother Ben? See, the thing is, you as the man, you will be enjoying it because you'll be seeing your woman getting excited.
Exactly.
There's no way that you as the man will not get excited as well. So he will not. It doesn't make sense. Sorry, it doesn't make sense what you're saying.
Unless you're selfish, unless you're a selfish lover.
If you laugh, we are losing Uncle Beno. Honey baby, if you laugh, we are losing Uncle Beno.
Unless you're a selfish lover, that's why a lot of men are selfish, right? They're not there to please the woman. They're not there to wait and to please the woman, let her get to where she needs to get to before they enter. They're just ready to go straight, bam, 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 and they're done.
Okay,
no.
Sissy, let me clarify something here real quick. I want to just follow me on this because we are learning. Thank God MOP is here. MOP can at least help me fine tune it if I don't express it properly. You see, it is one thing for a man to get an erection. It is another thing for that man to sustain that erection. And it's what I've heard in the locker room talk as well as bar and everything. Sustaining erection takes a lot, and men usually don't want to lose focus on what actually helped them to sustain that erection. So that is why it seems like African men are kind of fast. You will see that from the moment they want to kickstart the game all the way to when they are already in the paradise. For some men, 10 minutes is a long time. Why some can stay 30 minutes, depending on give and take anyway, because all the things that Sisi have said so far now, you are telling me how they will prepare from mind to neck to tummy to side to everything. Okay, we have not even reached the paradise, but you did not include, okay, maybe we will talk about that tomorrow, because I'm expecting you to also point out where the woman's hands and other part of her body should be going when that man is doing it, because you see, sustaining that erection is a
Honey, babe, what's wrong with you today?
Brother Ben, I don't even know what to say.
But Ben, we're talking about the woman. Today is about the woman.
Okay.
The receiver.
Mention for our orgasm zones. Why are you getting us going to all these details today?
No, I'm so kind of surprised the way Sisi is going about it.
But can I say something?
But she's actually speaking.
She's
pretty much all of us, by the way.
Yeah, she's making sense. She's making sense, and I think you're surprised, because I think the surprising
we are also surprised that you're surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not surprised.
It's like you're surprised.
This is not surprised.
Let me quickly ask my boss, MOP. I don't know if I'm going about this the wrong way, but do you grab what I'm trying to point out to MOP?
MOP is a superstar in that. Why are you asking him?
Who is talking? How do you know this?
Hi, MOP. Hello. We can see you. 17 years down the road, it was sustained. You did a good job.
Thank you. Uncle Beno, what do you want me to clarify? The sustainability part of which one?
The way Sisi is describing, what Sisi is describing, that thing will take like almost 30 minutes before you even get to the part.
Hello, what's wrong with that?
And I'm thinking,
what's wrong with that?
Beno, are you a 2 minutes person?
No.
Are you doing? This is the problem. You need to differentiate. Are you making love? Are you having a quickie? Or are you
right.
Exactly.
Those are different angles. They're not the same.
Listen, this is where we are going. You know, we are getting this for public consumption because there is so much problem going on as far as African marriage is concerned at this sex thing. So
because of issues like that, where you want to do everything quick. It's called love making.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. It's not called a quickie.
I agree, honey babe. Let's just break it down. So I'm just trying to speak on behalf of some brothers. We are not all the same, you know? So when Sisi is describing that step, I just wanted us to have it at the back of our mind that actually it sounds great, but there are some men that when it takes way too long, that paradise, some of them.
But you need to read the tempo. You need to read the other person. You are reading your partner and stuff, and so you know that this has possibly taken longer than necessary. But if you're enjoying yourselves, you might even know how long you've been doing one or the other. Like, really.
Okay.
But remember, you said the thing is, Brother Ben, the title of this show is How and Why Women Pretend Towards Intimacy. Now, we're kind of giving our point of view as women. And Cece's eloquently said what she likes, her four touch points. You're now saying that it's too long.
Countering it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying.
Are you the beneficiary?
Okay. And what I'm saying is that if you dismiss what we're saying in terms of what we like leading towards it, you're gonna get women that are gonna fake it. Because we're telling you what we like, and I'm not saying you personally, but some men, are, according to you, would say they ain't got time for that rubbish. I want to enter quick. And that's why you get women that will fake and pretend.
All right. That's a good one. Now we are on the same page, finally.
Thank you very much.
Continue with your demonstration.
Wait, you talking about me?
No, Sisi.
Okay. I'm listening. Oh,
yeah, Sisi.
Okay, so then once you do the side, you do the belly. You know, you have to flip the person over and now handle the back. Ben, I'm not shocked you.
Go on. I'm trying
I'm
to
not
picture what
saying.
you're describing. I'm trying to picture what you're describing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you do the front, you kiss. You're still not going to the promised land yet. It's the anticipation, right? You'll turn the person over. You'll now kiss their shoulders. You'll kiss down their back. You caress their butt. Do the same thing, right?
I think CC is one of the reasons it took Israelite 40 years to get to the promised land.
Well, Ben is confused. He doesn't
Right,
understand why it's
it's
taking so
true.
long.
Go on, CC. Go on, CC.
Okay, and then once you've done that, now you maybe move the person back to the original position. Okay, and then maybe you'll kiss the thighs. You're still not going to the promised land. You're kissing down the thighs. Maybe you'll kiss the toes. You'll kiss the feet. Right? You'll still go back again. You kiss the thighs. Come on, and then maybe then you'll enter the promised land. I think that is when the lady will be ready to receive. The man is ready. He's charged. He's ready. If you're telling me that he's lost his erection, it's not possible.
It's
Then
not
I think
possible.
that person needs to work on their stamina. They need to work on their diet, their health, because all of those things, it's
Their
true.
diet.
All of those
I
things,
agree.
it doesn't
I
take.
agree.
It shouldn't take you 1 hour, 2 hours. It can for some
Right.
people. It may. Normally, it wouldn't for most people. I'm just saying these things is things that you
Normal
can
people.
do. 30 minutes, right? But it's just the different things you're doing. You're not just going straight to the promised land. You're just taking your time and building up the anticipation, building up the one. Even you'll be anticipating and feeling like, yes, I need to. But it's just holding off that little bit longer to please that person. Trust me, it'll be dynamite.
All right, that's very good. I absolutely agree with you. I'm just trying to.
It's a bit too long for you, correct?
No, not for me personally. I'm just
I'm just joking.
No, the thing is this. Maybe you describe your process. Everybody has their own process. If
I agree.
Misty right now or Sister Nati or Honey Babe.
I need to change my name after this show to something else.
Misty E, why would you change your name?
No. There's so much that I have said that ordinarily I wouldn't have said.
All right. I agree with you, Sissy. In fact, one of the research that I conducted yesterday and previously, there is this channel where it's on YouTube anyway. And the man said something that I absolutely agree with. He said, men are like fire when it comes to intimacy. Like, men can just be ready to go.
Yeah.
Why women are like boiling water.
Yeah, we take time.
Who remember that battery called Ever Ready?
Ever Ready, yeah, the advert. Yeah, the advert.
The commercial, right?
Yeah, I remember.
That kind of describe what CC is what CC just explained to us now. So it's like, for men, we are ready, let's go.
Ever ready.
Why women, you want to boil water, you give it time, you move slowly until she get to that boiling point and all that. These are actually great videos. Anyway, I will share it in the backstage for those who want to watch. Very, very educative. They went in detail. It's a podcast. The lady is a doctor, the woman is the man is a sex therapist, and they are couples, and they really did a good job. There is another channel, a young lady was also teaching a lot of this stuff that I think couples really supposed to listen to them. So I get it. So that's now that Sissy have described our process, the question I want to ask is this, and this one is crucial to men. Now, not Sissy directly, but women generally. If a man can take time to walk through the process, just like Sissy help us walk us through step by step, by the time the man get to the paradise, how long is it supposed to take the woman before she achieve orgasm in order to avoid faking it?
Oh Lord, it shouldn't take that long.
Depends on the woman. It could be, like I said, it depends on the situation. It depends on, and then like I said, it depends on the woman.
Like how many minutes supposed
I
to
don't know. I mean, I don't know for you, Cece. Do you time yourself? I don't. So I
I don't
don't
time
really know.
myself,
You
but
go with the flow.
I don't time
I go with
myself,
the
so it
flow. But
depends.
I know myself. It takes me longer to orgasm if it's penetration, right?
Right,
If
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
it's
I can
licking the
understand that.
plate, that's my jam, right? If he knows how to
Now
do
we
it well,
know.
That's my jam.
he's not gonna take me long, okay?
Yeah,
But that has to be somebody with a good, very good technique, because
yeah,
I've had that
yeah,
before and it has done nothing for me, right? Because the
yeah,
person doesn't know what they're doing. But
yeah,
like most women, a lot of the time, the penetration is not when you're going to come. It's maybe
yeah,
the acts leading up to it, and then you're ready, right? If you're already
yeah,
heightened with all the stuff that I told you, Ben, all the caressing, all the kissing of the neck, kissing of the
yeah. That
nipple,
really
the
makes a
woman will be
difference.
ready. So when you're
Yeah,
thrusting and doing what you have to do, it's not going to take her long to come, whether it's by
yeah,
penetration, or if you don't do it through penetration, maybe you need to spend longer
yeah. You
licking the
spend
plate,
longer.
okay? Spend longer in that area, doing what you need to do, touching the other places, and trust me, it won't take forever. But
Okay.
you need to
I
have
think
worked.
what CC says makes sense, because if you have done all the things, for example, what the touch points that CC mentioned,
She'll be ready.
it's not going to take you any long, because you're literally boiling, you're simmering all through the touch points that CC mentioned, and it
Mhm.
won't take you long to literally boil,
At
as
all.
quote unquote boil. You know what I mean?
Honey,
The
all right,
kettle is boiled.
all right, honey, babe, let me put it to you now.
Amy,
How long will it take you if everything is done right, like Sissy described? You are boiling already. How long will it take you before you explode?
I haven't timed it, but less than a couple of minutes. I'm gone. Yeah, like I said, I know myself, and I've trained my man very, very well. So yeah, it doesn't take me long. Less than 5 minutes, I'm gone.
Good.
Normally, he's covering my mouth because I'm screaming, and there's kids next door. So yeah,
Miss, is that the same
And
thing for you? How long
and
will
for me, I don't like to be pounded forever. So that's not my thing. It's
that's
true.
not
I
your
don't like
jam.
it. It starts to irritate me.
all right.
So
We'll get
when
there.
I'm ready, I'm ready. It won't take me
Yeah, it
long.
won't
No.
take long.
Misty,
No,
how
yeah,
long
no
will it
yam
take you?
eaters. Pardon?
How long will it take you if everything is done
I
right?
never time myself. I just have a good time. I have a great time. This
I
is not
love
an
that attitude.
exam.
Yourself.
Fantastic.
This is not an exam. I have a great time. It doesn't matter how short, how long I'm going to take. Let's have a good time.
Love that attitude.
These are the
Thank
problems.
you.
All right.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
What's the problem?
All right. We are moving on. Just to recap what we discussed so far, ladies and gentlemen, although this sounds funny, sounds like we are actually cracking jokes and everything, but I want you guys listening to know that these are big deals in some marriages. These are really, really big issues in some marriages, and these things have scattered a lot of marriages. I like to listen to my sisters, and I really appreciate CC, Honey Babe, Misty, and MOP, everybody, for at least chipping in on this very important topic. It's good to listen where women are talking. And one of the things I learned so fast earlier on is that if you allow your woman to show you, to point you to the right direction, that will solve almost 80% of your Kiriwa issues.
Right.
Almost 80% is solved. It is only when a man is being stubborn, you believe you know it. Because sometimes, if you're wondering why some African men like to go to the village to marry wife, or they live abroad to go to Africa to marry wife, is because they feel like, okay, if I bring this one, I can teach her, I can show her the moves, I can finish everything. Not knowing that sometimes these ladies that you are going to the village to carry, some of them are professors. So they will just yeah, they will be there pretending. I say, allowing you to be doing, just kill yourself. When you finish, when you look up and look at their eye, you see, say they look you.
How did you know that, Uncle Benno?
Ah, Misty, I've had some body count. So
That's okay. I'm joking.
yeah, I've had some body count, and I've listened to many brothers. So I know these are big, big, big issues, honestly speaking. And that's why
Right.
I appreciate the fact that you sisters, you bring it 100 and you help us address these issues the way it is. There is still many other things we have to cover.
Of course.
Okay, but we are just taking it slowly. There are still stuff that go way, way, way deeper.
Very deep.
Yeah.
Very deep. Very pounded.
But because we've done 2 hours 25 minutes already, I
Wow.
just want everybody, at least I don't know when to go for, but MOP is still here. Will help us make sense of the whole thing. I just want us to bring this to a close. What we discussed so far today is that women pretend to have orgasm, they pretend during intimacy for several reasons. And one of the things is that in Africa, we know that women are raised, thanks Sister Natu pointed that out earlier, women are raised to satisfy men sexually.
But
So
we countered that myth, right, in our discussion.
We did.
that
we
women
did.
are not raised like that.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that
not
now in
that statement
2024
doesn't
things are
stand the
different.
way. Yeah, it doesn't stand the way you put
Yeah,
it
things are
anymore.
different now in 2024.
It's different now, but
Right.
this is for men who are woke. And when we talk of men who are woke now,
What do you mean, man?
many of you, my sister here, you won't even want to marry those ones because they will look like they are not matured enough or something, except for few who blended. But those my generation upward, many of them don't know these things. And if you look at people who are crying about lack of sex and all issues, no orgasm in marriage and everything, they are people of our age. Let's just be candid. There are people who will say, I've been married 15 years, 10 years, I've never attained orgasm. My husband, I've never. And then if you see men that are crying, say, my wife won't let me touch her. And these are the issues. Your wife will not let you touch her. When you go come there, you just gone. She's tired of that. So that's why we went back and we identified that because women are kind of raised to satisfy men sexually in Africa, and two, we have general lack of sex education in Africa. So I'm just bringing this thing up so that we can round it up. And then we also talk about the connection between sex and emotions. If you don't manage those two, thank God MOP is here, that MOP preached this a lot, and it's even in the book, the number one red flag. All these things are there. So we spoke about sex and emotions, and lastly, we start hitting the main topic, which is how to get in the mood and how to proceed. So we will come back and start doing part 2 tomorrow. But as we are rounding up now, Honey Babe has been laughing all day long. So, Honey Babe, your final
My final take.
Yeah.
Women.
On what we discussed so far today.
Yeah. What I will say in summary is that women, don't fake it. If you have an issue, if you have an issue with the way that he's pounding you, speak up. Speak up and tell him, baby, you're not doing it right. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Honey Babe. Tomorrow again, may you carry Wahala come. You were just laughing.
It's just been funny.
Honey Babe, I've seen some crazy people.
I am, don't get me wrong.
Thank you, Honey Babe. We appreciate you, sister. Bye.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow when we do part 2. Thank you very much. All right, Misty.
Why are you laughing before I speak?
Because I just like your style. You are just like Sissy. Let's go, my sister. Give it to me. So on those 4 areas that we addressed today, the education, women trying to satisfy men not knowing how to move, the sex and emotion connection, as well as men not knowing those steps that you have to take in order to warm the woman up before you So what's your conclusion, my sister?
So for me, in summary, I feel like it's very important for a woman to know her body, know your body, and be open to guiding your partner and having a conversation. Once you know your body, you know what you want, and you're open to guiding this person and also receiving, because you need to be open to getting feedback from him, then I think you're good to go. And like Honey Babe already said, speak up. Don't be quiet if you're not having a good time. Like, say what makes you happy, what's not working. And like Sissy pointed out before, the delivery is very important. Don't just put the negative, the criticism. Like, you can tell somebody something they haven't, criticize somebody in a positive way, in a way that, you're giving them positive feedback and also guiding them or telling them on how they can improve, right? So I think for me, that's my takeaway.
All right, thank you very, very much.
You're
Remember, we're
welcome.
coming back tomorrow, and tomorrow is very important because tomorrow we're gonna talk about the men's body, what women
Same time?
yeah. What can I? Oh, tomorrow I think I will be off tomorrow, so we might. And if Auntie B of M and MOP, no, we
Okay,
can.
so you'll figure it out.
I'll
I don't want to promise because my schedule tomorrow looks kind of crazy. So
okay.
if I get a moment, I can, yeah. But
No
I
problem.
know the panel is very competent, so it won't worry me.
No problem. I usually look at MOP and Auntie B's page before I
Right,
my show.
right.
And
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
thank you, Miss.
Bye, everyone. I'm out.
Bye.
Bye, Misty.
Yeah, all right. Okay. My one and only Sissy. You've
Yes, they know.
done well today. You help us break this down. And you actually walk us through that process. Even that process look long, small. And I'm beginning to be sorry for my brothers to do
Try it.
walk.
Try it.
to
And come back with your feedback.
this long journey. This is more than Israelite going to the promised land. But anyway, so what are your final words, and how do we go about some of the things we've learned today so far?
Okay, so Misty actually said everything I wanted to say. So just off the back of what she said, I'll just add that definitely communication is key. I think it's important to understand yourself going into a relationship, whether physical or marriage, whatever. But I think it's important to have that relationship with yourself, know what you like from the beginning to begin with. Things of the past, mindsets and things, cultures, things change over time, so definitely be adaptable. As a lady, you're allowed to be pleased, you're allowed to experience pleasure, you're allowed to enjoy sex with your partner, and you shouldn't be shamed about that, right? And then the last one is definitely women, please, let's stop faking. If you're not enjoying it, give constructive feedback. It's so important. I mean, if somebody's not doing a good job, I think it's important to give them feedback, so that you can enjoy, especially if you're married. If you have no intention of going out and cheating and all these things, then you're doing yourself a disservice by pretending and being in a marriage where the carer is not to your satisfaction, right? So speak up and come together and work on how best to tackle the issues and what you can do to improve your sex life, whether that's more education, reading books, watching films, whatever, right? Do those things to educate yourselves. And then for the brothers, I know it's not for the brothers, but just take some of my pointers and trust me, give us feedback. You won't be disappointed. Your ladies won't be disappointed. Women are slow burn, so it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. That's how you need to treat us. And slow sensual touches, please, in all that you do. Don't be too grabby and rushing. So those are my things to add on to what Misty said.
I'm just kind of scared of that long process.
It's not long, Ben.
Preparing your mind. We will do that all day long, teasing you with chatting, calling, telling
How
you.
long will that take, really? That's just a message to be like, babe, I'm heading home. Where's something sexy? I can't wait to do this. You can do that as you're driving in the car. It's a few.
That sounds dry. A man's supposed to prepare it. Gradually play.
How does that sound dry? If you're sending nice innuendos at work, you're sending all those gifts, all those memes, that's it. The woman will read between the lines and things like that. It's just being playful in the relationship leading up to it.
Okay, we will still talk about this tomorrow. Hopefully, have time, because tomorrow conversation is still along the same line, but it's gonna be hot.
Absolutely. I was being tame today. I'm trying to be tame.
We're just laying the foundation today.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my CC.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I
Have a good evening.
Some men will not go around belly.
Well, they should. We're here to teach. If we're teaching, you need to learn.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Usually, men like the Trinity: mouth, body, paradise. That's the
is that it?
Mouth, body, paradise. Omo, fast lane. Omo.
And that's why women are faking.
And okay, MOP will help me address this last one. Thank you, Sissy, very, very much. I appreciate
You're welcome.
Bye,
Let me go in the comments. Bye.
Thanks, Mama. All right, my boss. Bye, MOP. Is MOP here?
Yes, okay. Mwambi.
All right. I said now you go end this thing because thank God you did a lot of research on these things, and you know how this Kiriwa thing has becoming bigger issues now in a lot of marriages. So that's why I just wanted you to be the one to help us wrap it up finally. But before we do that, I don't know if you are looking at my screen right now. AJ dropped this comment while we at the during the heat of the argument, and he was
today. You grabbed screenshot today.
Oh no, I did grab the screenshot and post it in our VIP group. So I'm bringing it from there. Okay. So AJ dropped this comment and he was replying to Didi. He said, at Didi, most women don't really come, but you can give the good sex, romance, header, etc. I partially agree with what he's saying here, but that most women don't really come is the tough side. And I know if I ask CC, Misty, Sister Natu, or Honey Babe to address that, we not go see the end of this conversation because they would definitely say it's a lie. Many men come, but some women really admit that they don't really come easily. So now, before you round it up for us, just let me respond to this comment first.
Okay, so my response would probably naturally, if he's still here, will be what does it mean? But if I go with that first part, it's true that most women struggle with orgasms, if that's what it means by come. That's why I say I would want to know what it means by coming.
No, it's orgasm in Nigeria. Okay. In Nigeria, they
not just in Nigeria, not just all around the world. Most women struggle with coming. It doesn't mean women cannot come. They just struggle with it for many reasons that you can probably extract from this live session today, right? So for many reasons, you know, but it's not that they can't. It's just that they don't get to paradise, you know. Yeah. So, but then to suggest that you can give good, how do you give good sex? Those are two contradictory statements. Yeah. One is they don't really come. One, you are giving good sex. Is it me, Uncle Beno? I'm confused. Which one is it? They both contradict each other now, those two sentences.
Yeah, I think, you know, when I was describing how African men go about this thing sometimes, not all African men, just a couple of them, the mentality is
actually that majority of them, sorry. At this point,
I cannot go past my boundary, you know. The mentality is that when you are there, you are pounding hard, flipping hard, turning her around, just going quack, quack, here, boo, boo, you know. Everything, make the whole bed they shake, make sure they shout, they yell, even though she's actually shouting and crying with genuine pain. That pain gives many African men, give them joy. That yes,
yeah, because it makes you feel like a man.
Exactly. So I think that's what I think that's what AJ describes as giving the good Kiriwa. So I think that's what
giving himself good Kiriwa, but he's missing out big time. He has never experienced good sex. If that's what he thinks good sex is, when you're just pounding the woman away. That a man who thinks, not him in particular, but in general, a man who thinks that giving good sex is just you pounding and getting up has never experienced good sex before. Unfortunately, right. Yeah. Okay. So, but again, for the ladies, like Sissy was saying, speak up if you're not enjoying it, because some people don't know what they are missing. If you don't know what you're missing, you're not really missing. you know. So speak of
Uh,
it. Mm.
Peter is another man here, and Peter is saying that process. I think Peter is responding to CC process.
Process. Yeah.
At CC, that process sometimes is very long. Sometimes it is sharp, sharp, sharp. Honestly, I think maybe tomorrow when we are looking at men from men angle, so women can also understand how we feel too. Maybe we'll point out some of these things.
Make I address my brother Peter real quick.
All right, Baba.
Again, this type of sentence is speaking to someone that has never really experienced good sex. A man who has never really experienced good sex. Again, if you have never experienced it, you're not exactly missing it. But the extent to which sex can feel good, you've never really experienced it. If you're thinking of it as it's a long process, like anything that you can really, connect with the rewards of it, of course, you will feel like the process is too long. You would think the work is too long. If you've never really experienced how good it can feel when you and a woman arrive at paradise at the same time, and she keeps wanting more, right? Then maybe you're not missing what you don't know. But I'm letting you know that there is so much more to it that you're missing out on, that once you experience it, you will never call it long process ever again.
D is saying it's not long once you master it.
Once you connect with once you can comprehend the rewards of what we're talking about, it's not long, because it's like somebody who thinks university is too long, right?
Yeah.
If you know that outside of the value that we've put in university over time, of course, people will tell you, society tells you that when you have a degree, you have good jobs. So that's why you don't think it's too long. But if no one ever told you the rewards of something, you will always think the process is too long. So that's where I think that is coming from, that something is too long or anything like that. Then the other side of this conversation is that I know CC was describing it, and it might have felt like it's a long process. A lot of it is just her feeling that you're listening to her. If she's feeling that you're listening to her and that she knows that you're listening and you are attempting to take care of her, just the attempt, just that she knows and she trusts that you're attempting to, that idea can actually take her to the promised land faster. So it's about keeping an open mind, like, okay, we're going on a journey. I suppose if you're going on a journey, let's say you're going on a journey that's like that, you're thinking about driving around the nation, right, for the next 2 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. That's the whole point. Do you enjoy the journey all the way through? But if all you're thinking is that I'm trying to get to California, if that's all you're thinking, it's better to go and take a plane. You'll be there in 5 hours. But if you want to have the experience of the journey, right? Many people will rent a truck, they will rent a RV, and they will drive around the nation and have a good time for the next 2 weeks, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's how you need to think about this. Don't think of it as a journey. You are enjoying every small, little stop, every sound that she makes.
Now, MOPO, I want to point something out real quick, because that's why I was kind of stuck when Cici was explaining that process, and I was also processing in my head, and it took me a while until Honey Babe snapped me out of it. Because there are some women, I'm sorry to say, and I'm going to say it, there are some women that only know how to receive, they don't know how to give back. And that process Cici was describing, the thing that was going on my mind was, okay, when this man starts preparing your mind, like Cici said, because I actually didn't see that coming. I know you have to hype the woman up, do some things to put her in the mood, heighten the expectation and all that. But when Cici said, you start with my mind, it hit differently, and she nailed it.
Yeah. Okay? It's the mind. That's why you can't be looking at length of time or
exactly.
It's the mind.
So now we've prepared the mind, we've done everything. The man is back home, he has freshened up, everything. You guys are now getting to the action. Then Cici moved to, you start from neck. That's when my African mind first said, Cici, neck above lips. So when Cici said you start from neck, I'm like, okay, cool. Everything is different from everybody, you know. But when she was describing the process along the way, I wanted to be hearing, okay, when the man starts from your neck as a woman, you are moving this way too. By the time he gets to your ear, your mouth, you're kissing, you as a woman, you are also moving in this direction, you know, because it's supposed to be give and take. So
no, it's the wrong mindset.
About where to
Yeah.
story plenty. I not just want to begin the share until we move on. New
story
of men from bad talk, okay, that literally said that they give everything to their woman.
What is everything? You let me by everything.
All these things CC is describing, you move this though, you move that though. They actually give everything. But guess what happened? The woman was right there receiving it all with no reciprocity. She was not reciprocating. And that's why I was bringing the angle of losing concentration, because there are some men that they are touching you, they are moving, you know, touching all these important places, and you are not reciprocating it. At a point, Baba third leg go carry head go down. Third leg go, the erection go just disappear. And then by the time the woman is now on fire, that she's expected that, okay, let this man come in and begin hit it hard. The man is now struggling to bring him back. So we might have to talk about that side tomorrow, MOP, but just to
make a summarize what you don't say real quick. Okay, so let me say this to the ladies. First of all, ladies, you should come there to take advantage of him. That should be your mindset. That's number one. Okay, so don't just sleep there and be expecting that you to engage your mindset and take advantage of him. If you don't like him enough to take advantage of him, then don't even lead him on in that direction at all.
Thank you.
Now let's get back to what I really want to say, Uncle Beno. You know me. Men cannot afford to lead with that give and take mindset. We shoot ourselves on the legs when we do that. We are the provider, Baba. We can't. You see, when you do give and take, I will give small, then I will wait for you so I can take. When it's out of order.
Baba, this is with respect to Kerewa.
And that's what I'm saying now. Wait now. It's a life principle. It operates, works in everything, Baba. We are the one providing, knowing fully well. Again, you have to know this fully well, and you have to trust this process that women multiply.
We are trying to sustain energy here, Baba.
No, Baba, we are sustainable. We are the one carrying the seed. We have 400 million in the sack at any point in time. We have enough, right? So again, if you are waiting, then you are shooting yourself on the legs. You're waiting for her to also reciprocate. You are measuring against her. You will shoot yourself. You are missing out when you do that. When you are supposed to be having a good time. You see what I'm saying?
I hope they laugh. Marriott, Sister Marriott, they comment there, they protest, they fight.
No, she's right. She's right. Because as men, when we hear this soundtrack, it does something to us now. It makes you feel like you're doing something.
But you know, there are some men that they were not moved by soundtracks alone.
Okay, even so therefore I don't want to make it about.
They want the woman to grab something. Some men are moved like that.
That's why I didn't want to make it about specifics.
Okay.
That's a principle of life, including in Kerewa. Okay. We give, we provide. She multiplies above and beyond, meaning you cannot match it. We don't multiply. Okay. So, but when you are disconnected from the reward, like for example, when a man has experienced good sex, when you have to smack, when she's going near the wrong area and you almost slap her. Wait, why are you in that area? Because she's having such a good time. Right? Okay, some of you have not experienced that before. When you slap her because she's going in the wrong area, because she's going like that woman that you said she's not going. Somebody was saying here earlier on that she doesn't like what is it? Was it oral sex or something like that? It's a lie.
Yeah.
She hasn't experienced anything. That's why she's saying that. Okay, she has not experienced a man who stays focused on giving and stop looking at giving and taking. When a man is giving, a woman would break all the rules because naturally she must multiply and reciprocate. You can't sit down there and be waiting for reciprocation. You're shooting yourself on the legs. If you need to learn, then you need to learn. You see what I'm saying? Listening to women, you have to be careful with that. When they were CC and them, they did a fantastic job, but you have to be careful with that, right? Because oftentimes they will even tell you, oh, want to speak. No, they don't want to. If they have to talk, they will be turned off. If they have to teach you what to do, for the most part, they will be turned off, right? You're not going to get what you want. You need to know what you're doing. Listening to women is different from listening to women. Active listening to women, as in like understanding every moment, not trying to listen to the whole process. You don't need to know the whole process. You just need to know what next to do. All you need to know is what's the next step.
I'm following the way Sisi is narrating it. Oh,
but you're wrong. You're wrong. You can't follow her. Just ask her what's the next step. What's the next thing that she wants? If you can listen to that and execute that, you're good.
That's why I want us to get to the promised land real quick. The triangle.
Why are you in a rush to the promised land? That's another thing. You can't be in a rush. Why are you in a rush to the promised land?
Man.
Now, again, somebody did mention Quickie. Quickie does not fall out of the skies. That's a person that's been built up. Somebody that in the Kamokona and the club to are built up. Yeah. So there's been a lot of process that goes into that, what you call Quickie. Women will want to have Quickie with you, of course, if she's already built up and she likes you in that way, right? But we're calling it Quickie like somebody just wake up and start doing Quickie. No, like that's a man who is sleeping with an Olosho, and that's the worst type of Kiriwa you can have, by the way, because you're just trying to come, right? That's the worst type ever, right? Not in addition to all the resources you're wasting on that type of activity, right? So there's no need to. You don't rush. This is not just like relationship itself. This is not stuff you rush. Take your time. You take your time. What do you want? What do you want? But tell me the whole journey all the way through, so I can see how I can get you to the promised land. That's where we miss it. You're going to miss it if you overwhelm yourself. You can't fulfill what you're asking for. And by the way, it's a moving target. So even though she gave you the full lowdown, right? She gave you the step by step all the way to promised land. She will change her mind on second, third step.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if she changes her mind and they'll be like, "But you told me that before." You see, because you are over calculating the whole thing. It's supposed to be an experience, and that's what having sex with Olosho is not. That's just you're just nothing on that one. But if you're trying to give a woman, trying to give her a good experience, is one you just want to see just a little bit ahead of you at any point. Take your time. Okay, if you take your time, Baba, that pounding, you see all of them saying they don't like pounding, it's a lie. They will allow you to pound once you've taken care of all this stuff. They will allow you to pound as long as you want. Some people do too much, though. Then she will gently say, "Okay, are you gonna?" Because you're having such a good time. She's even giving you a lot of grace. So it's all mental. Though. A lot of people, before we know it now, they will say, "Bring out the rabbit" and all that stuff. All that stuff is useless if you don't get the mind right.
Yeah. So MOP, would you agree with me based on what we covered today so far that sex?
We don't like pounding. Would you
agree with me that sex education is very highly needed in our community, especially for men?
Yes. No, for all women don't know what they're doing too. For them too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because women need to learn how to seduce. Majority of them need to learn how to seduce. Like I said in the beginning, they need to come ready to take advantage of him and stop asking for. He needs to know this and that. What about you? Like, are you able to?
Oh my God. Oh man.
Lead down there and do what he's supposed to do. The needful.
Right. You know? Right.
So and I'm not and it's majority non-verbal communication. A lot of us think we can talk through this. It will just get awkward because remember, it's not just you. There's another human being involved. So non-verbal cues are key in this. Not just talking. Let's talk our way into having the right. It doesn't. In reality, if you've had enough sex, it doesn't work like that. It just gets awkward.
Yeah. So MOP.
Yes, sir.
One critical thing, because in all this, just like you have preached in
Cynthia is molesting me in that chat. I don't know what she's doing.
Sisi.
Yeah, she's molesting me. But
let us find you and let's see if you like it, MOP. Funny lady, don't mind her. Troublemaker. Oh, Honey Baby was laughing all through today. I never knew Honey Babe can be that funny, self. Anyway, MOP, thank you so much, Baba.
Appreciate you.
Just help me touch on that, using your words. You know, when you say women should use their words when this thing is not going the way they want at home. Baba, let me re-emphasize this point, because I remember in your book, red flag, number one red flag, you cover many of these things, the emotional connections, the power of communications, active listening, and how people should communicate with their spouses. And this particular area of lack of sexual satisfaction is becoming a big deal in our community as Africans. You know, women now, just like Misty was saying earlier, and all the sisters, the women nowadays, they are educated, they are liberated now, their eyes are open, and they are very, very outspoken. Like, they will literally tell you, Baba, you are not doing well. And I don't think my brothers can really take it. But however, I'm thinking women should learn how to communicate this very important matter to men. So that's why I just want you to conclude today's show for us with emphasis on how to use their words in order to get the desired results.
So I like what Sisi said when she said to come from the angle of focusing on, there's a way she said it, but I'm going to paraphrase it, but just focusing on what you already enjoyed with that person. You're in the bedroom with this person, so there's a good chance you've enjoyed some kind of aspect of the activity with them.
Yes.
And emphasizing what you really enjoy about what you've done before. I like it how you do it this way. I like it when you do it this way. I like it when you do it this way, as opposed to I don't like. You know, the man's ego is unfortunately, it's a very flaky and a very
very fragile too.
Very fragile thing. So if he's already feeling some type of way, let's say, you know, he's just trying to do a duty responsibility, and you go, I don't like, he's losing such tone. It's not like he will intentionally just start losing kidney, but he can absolutely lose erection and desire to do things. But maybe the reason why I don't want to come from that angle is because she might, if she's saying that, she's already lost interest too. So this is how people end up in KOLS marriage for a long time, you know, because a woman who is telling you I don't like, is also, you know, you're just trying to get it over with, right? So if you mix that together with a man who is going to get caught up in his emotions when you tell him that, it's just a bad idea. So again, I'm going to go back to what I said. So if you're going to use your words at all, yes, since he praise them, focus on the positives of what you've enjoyed in the past. It's a very difficult thing to do, but once you practice it, it gets easier. Once you've gotten results from it, it gets even easier, because you know you get results when you do it, right? But I'll say this, I want to go back to the non-verbal stuff. Earlier on, somebody was saying, would you like it when you grab it? I said, that's if he catches ED in the middle of doing it, because you're supposed to grab it.
Abby?
Oh, of course, gently, right? But you're supposed to grab it. All these are
it tight.
Yeah, no, not too tight. But all this we talk. Everybody just want to talk. Like, but do you have to talk? Jesus, if it's not doing the right thing, grab it, do the needful, and then continue. You know, he will probably say something like, wait, again, it's playful, be gentle, you know. But I think more people need to learn all the nonverbal stuff more than all the talking. The talking is like, oh, you see, you guys may not realize what you're doing when you're emphasizing talking. When you say talking, what some people mean is that, okay, let's sit down, let's talk. This is that. Oh, you saw Misty said it here earlier. Huh? Misty said we'll do scrum meeting at the end of every session. When I'm knocked out already.
That one scared me.
If it was good, if it was that good, I'm knocked out already. I know it's terrible, but yes, we do get knocked out. Man, if you give they will get knocked out. Sorry.
Oh, Misty said we should do review after every episode. We will now review the performance.
Yeah, we'll now start reviewing.
Oh man, thank you, MOP. Thank you. I have to I have to begin go my other area now.
Yes, so
I
let's
didn't know this was
let's
gonna
go,
go this
let's
far,
go
but
on
it's
to
a
that.
very interesting conversation.
I think I know Dr. Rachel. I've seen that somewhere before. I think she's been around for years.
Doctor who?
Rachel, the one you're about to play. I think she's been around for years. Yeah.
Okay, you know her, right?
Yeah, I think she's a brand that's been around for years. Yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about why women fake it. So I just wanted to end on that note for us. But let's listen to it together real quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The number one reason women fake orgasm is actually to avoid hurting your feelings. They will actually make you feel good about yourself, and that's super sweet. And the second most popular reason is because they were actually ready for it to end. Well, why would you want it to end so quickly? They said because they were bored, because they were not in the mood, and because they were tired and wanted to go to sleep. A third common reason, they really want to keep the relationship intact. In fact, women who are insecure within the relationships, who maybe thought that you were cheating, are more likely to fake orgasm because they want you to be happy and they want to keep the relationship intact. So why would someone even fake an orgasm? The number one reason women fake orgasm is actually to avoid hurting your feelings.
That's major.
They want to actually make you feel good about yourself, and that's super sweet. And the second most popular reason is because they were actually ready for it to end. Well, why would you want it to end so quickly? They said because they were bored, because they were not in the mood, and because they were tired and wanted to go to sleep. A third common reason, they really want to keep the relationship intact. In fact, women who are insecure within the relationships, who maybe thought that you were cheating, are more likely to fake orgasm because they want you to be happy and they want to keep the relationship intact. So why would someone even fake an orgasm? The number one reason women fake orgasm is actually to avoid hurting your feelings. They want to actually make you feel good about yourself.
MOP.
Yeah, she's on point.
Your take on everything she said.
I don't know how I missed the first one, but I think I said it in the form of they're avoiding some kind of pain, right?
Yeah.
And I talk about the rejection. I talked about avoiding. Yeah, I missed the avoiding hurting your feeling. That one is a major one. Women will, even though it's not sustainable long term, but women will avoid hurting your feelings. They will protect you for as long as it goes.
Yes.
It will protect your feeling for as long as it goes, but we know that it's only a matter of time.
It's a time bomb.
Yes, a time bomb. Yeah. So that's why men should not get comfortable because she's never told you she faked it. So you assume she's never faked it. That's problems. And then the second one, that she's bored. I think Cynthia mentioned something like that. She actually said it gets annoying. Well, she was talking about the pounding, but she says it gets annoying. But
Cynthia just don't want to hear anything about pounding at all. You know, maybe Cynthia don't get her own share of hot pounding before. She'll be like, no, these African men are crazy. You guys are not doing this thing right.
Well, I think most people, I think most women that have been with an African man have gotten their fair share of endless, useless pounding.
MOP, why are you doing us like this?
I'm just, our brothers want to learn now. Our brothers want to learn.
No, do us like this now. You say endless use.
Because, Papa, let's be honest, we enjoy it though. We enjoy it, right?
Oh God, MOP, you are a bad man.
So if you've been with an African man, you know, some women might fantasize about that until they be on the receiving end of it, and they were like, that's not. Okay. I'm not sure about what's going on. The third one, that they want to keep the relationship, again, a time bomb, is only a matter of, especially in 2024. Maybe you could get away with that about 20-30 years ago, right? But these days, as you can see, women are filing for divorce if it's not right. All they need is a few other places where you're not perfect. When you had that to bad sex, they will run away from you. So yeah, but initially, yes, because of the shame society of a collapsed relationship, a collapsed marriage, in order to keep the relationship, they will talk themselves into, oh, it's not that. You might hear things like, oh, it's not bad. Like, wait, what do you mean not bad? That's not the language. You want her to be dancing after sex. You want her to be literally dancing.
He's smiling. One thing I said often is, in fact, there were so many things we cover during our pre-production meeting that I don't even mention. Maybe by tomorrow we'll go into it. One of the things I often said is, look, if after Kiriwa, your woman don't say thank you or she's smiling, you've done a bad job. That's just my own take. If she doesn't say, oh, thank you, baby, and you too, you tell her, babe, thanks, or you see her, she's just like exhausted with this smile and looking at you with that sexy eyeballs. I mean, the guy don't do really bad job with that, because I think women has a way of showing when the man has really, really done a good job. So we're gonna continue learning. MOP, I did not take this one for granted because I don't even know you're gonna be free to help us chime on this thing. I just felt like in fact, I stopped going to Dr. Shola's page, I think, since last week. Sometime when I just see some of this, I will share it in my community. I'm just tired of this complaining about, oh, we don't have sex, no orgasm, no this one, no that one. So that's why I said I'm going to do this series this week, and I want people to learn from it so that we can actually tell ourselves the truth. And please, for men, maybe from tomorrow, when we start hitting the core issues, those men, any man that is experiencing some of the things we will treat tomorrow, please reach out to MOP for guidance. You might need a lot of it. I have 3 stories I penned down for this series, and I'll start telling them tomorrow. It's not a long story. It's just from bad talks. And even when I've heard some of this story long before I even get to know MOP. And sometimes I'll be like, hey, if MOP hear this story, the way Baba will just dissect this story, I will just be laughing. So I will share some of them. If you are free, join us tomorrow where we continue this series. There's this story of, it's a man that actually told us the throat grabbing experience, the name of orgasm. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And what led to that was he asked his woman, baby, how do you want it? When the woman was complaining that she's not coming, and he was like, okay, what can I do? What makes you come? And they've been together, married though, almost 6 years into the marriage. And then finally she told him one day that, hey, I like it.
Grab by the throat.
Yeah, I like it when I'm at the top and I grab my man by the throat. And the brother was like, oh, anything to please my wife. So he gave her the shot that she should do it. And it works. But in the process, bros say he eyeball almost won't pop out when she was coming, that he grabbed the throat so bad that he couldn't breathe. And he was had to start struggling and have to fling her up. So I'm like, hey. The day we had this story, it was pool gathering. You know, men now, we gathered at the pool, we were drinking. My drink when I put for mouth, he entered my skull. So
ordinary riding. His own eyes won't pop out. I mean, the woman's eye won't pop out.
Baba, no, not the woman.
The woman eyes. Okay.
She said the way she usually comes is when she's on top doing the riding, and then she's grabbing the man down. So it's like, oh, anything for you, baby, you know. And according to
she needs to grab his throat.
His throat, yes, she's on top and then grab him while at the top.
That's another one. Jesus.
I said, look, I select them because of this process. Because when he said that, he didn't make sense to me at the time. But since I started this show and then I started listening to you, and then when God won't do him, the last coverage where I do, the bros actually came around with his new wife. And the moment I was doing this story, I remember that his story. It happens here in America. Anyway, you know, crazy things happen in America.
Yeah, so, Uncle Benny, what was the last time you went to Nigeria? Crazy things are happening in Nigeria.
So we have some story we'll look at. I also have the story of the man who said he usually don't have erection at home with his wife, but once he's with his side chick, he's a bull. I will also bring that out because all of
that's attraction issues on the spot. Yeah.
How me, I won't take no. That's why I said some of this story, I'm just like, hey, if man of prestige grab this.
You remember that conversation when Auntie B and I and the Obodo family we were talking and they said ED. I said ED. Okay, all right. We still need to seek help, right? Because people can have ED with you and not have with other people. What does that tell you?
Exactly. Like, I will share his story. It's bad talk. The thing is, so many of these guys, they are divorced now. They've moved on with their life. Everything is cool. But this particular one, because
So,
of
many of them are still struggling.
dissatisfied or no satisfied,
And they can come and see me. It's only $100 per month.
That's
it.
So,
unlimited coaching.
I'm like, okay, because when this one also came out, I'm like, I don't get this. Can you explain it? He said, really? So if you day house, you say something he won't do, but my no day. So
a lot of men are turned off from their wives for many reasons.
Exactly.
You just have to unpack it to get to the.
It's crazy. Then I also have the story of another brother who had one night stand from a co-worker. And as at the time he was telling this story 2 years ago, he said this happened in 2015. And he's still longing for that co-worker. Now, Mano.
Yes, now.
He had one night stand with co-worker, female. Yeah. Just because this meeting, they used to do that. They will travel, paid hotel and everything. They went, and then they had the one night stand thing. But the way he described the experience, not saying,
what's the problem if he can't get this woman out? What's the problem?
It was the action. The woman was really good. That was just the bottom line.
That woman is not necessarily that good. It's a one time. It's a one night stand. Baba, the human mind will do that to you. Baba, wait until that person enter your house. You don't know what I say. If person dey inside your house every day, would it be the same experience? That will obviously make it. If there's no problems, if you had a one night stand, obviously it's a one night stand, right? But if you had a one night stand and it keeps coming back to your mind, that experience, that doesn't have to be a problem unless you make it a problem.
But why I bring all this thing is because we are looking at these sexual issues in marriages, and some men, our brothers, many of them are suffering from a lot of things. I have story of the ones that it took forever before he can get rid of the addiction to PORN. All this push. Took him forever to be delivered from it. And in his own story too, when he shared, it started as fun. It was always good for him and his wife and everything. And as time goes on, he got addicted to it. He continued to watch well to the point that he graduated into masturbation. And from masturbation, he get to a point that he started having premature ejaculation. Anytime he's with his wife, 2 minutes, he's come, and then he convinced himself that even at a point, he can't even have anything to do with wifey, because if he's at work, he can go to the bathroom to watch some videos. Even at home, he will claim he's doing work and he will be doing all those nonsense. So there are just so many issues. And I think women need to also look at some of these things, because if we don't share, if we don't talk about it, people will continue to they shout, they complain, my husband, no care, I know this, so and we won't know the root cause of the issue. So tomorrow, we will go into some of these issues, but at the same time, tomorrow, we are still going to continue from where CC stopped. We will look at some of critical issues like this plate licking. This plate licking is a big deal in African marriage, to be candid. There are sizable number of African men that will not lick your plate. You buy if you like, go call George. If you like.
What we are hearing is that they are licking strangers' plates at the club from time to time.
MOP, why you won't make me laugh now?
Abi.
MOP. I know tomorrow we'll look at
the body is the temple of God. If you clean up very well, what is part of the body that cannot be leaked? What's the problem? People.
So we Africans, especially my brotherhood, we have a lot to do, and I think our sisters have so much to do too. It's one thing to criticize brothers, to say all these things, oh, my husband is not, but what role are you playing as a woman too? Are you trying to help him, or you are trying to judge him? All these things count. So I really appreciate you, MOP. So what's your last word, Baba, for this episode?
One thing I'll say this, please don't be asking her, how was it? Don't do that.
Oh, being paid to your loan, being paid. Where all these sisters come from? I'm seeing Adana and everybody.
If it works for you, why not? There's no rules as long as you're married to the person. And it's clean. And it's clean. It's clean. And
MOP, I'm sorry. Lie. God, Holy Ghost, fire. God forbid. Holy Ghost, in fact, when no start, I think God beg you, please. What okay?
The body is the temple of God. I beg. If you guys are cleaning up, guys should not be you're too calculative. These are the issues. You're calculating which part of the body are you looking at that point in time.
Yeah, MOP. We are talking about African men here. Make no study. So thank God say now last them.
It's African people. Look at them. Look at Sisi. Sisi that are saying now it's too much for Sisi. Now it's too much for her. Suddenly. Is that too much? Huh? Now it gets too much, huh?
Oh my God.
You can't put sex in a box. Stop putting sex in a box. These are the issues.
No. Please. Within the African context, and this is why I always tell sister that look, if you want some of this thing done to you, you are better off marrying to Western men.
If you are so desensitized from it, why are you afraid of it? Because I was saying earlier, sometimes you might, if you come near the wrong part of my body, you might just get slapped by mistake. I said that already, right? But what I'm saying in general is that people are over calculative before they get into the act. That's major issues. That means you're not feeling it. You should just stop altogether. Don't go there.
No, Baba. There are some things that people need to expect. You know, there are some women too that will stop the man from going that far. Some women really don't even like it. Let's just be honest.
They don't like what?
Even the easiest one, the licking of plates. Some women don't like it. They go grab your head. No. Your head to this area.
No. I don't believe in that. There are some things, obviously, that some people don't like. Okay, even the certain way you kiss that some women or some men don't like. We know that part already. Bossy going to some extremes. I get that.
These are part of the thing we're gonna look at tomorrow because because
they're going there on the chat and see madrasa people for next 7 hours.
I don't see the while I just they go now. Everybody just they throw grenade, they throw everything for chatting now. Being paid your long being paid and Adana, please. You people are kind of funny.
Some women don't like kissing their neck, so that's not a universal rule for everybody, right? Yeah. That's why listening and just one step at a time is key. So it's not about you must like everything. What I'm saying is that you're over calculative before you even get into it. So these are also an issue.
See, God forbid bad thing. Be licking which feet.
If the feet is beautiful, it's a feet. Some feet.
Some
feet you go one put out to your. Just need that thing. Okay. Some feet. You go see some feet. You know, go won't do anything with that person ever again. Right?
Oh my God!
You know, go won't do anything with the person at all. You go see the feet. You go say, okay, I have ED now.
Oh my God, this is so funny. Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Uncle Beno, I'm only there on the screen. Take me off the screen. Everybody start looking at me in some funny ways. Just relax. Everybody just relax. Nobody is touching your neck if you don't like neck. Nobody is touching your butthole if you don't like butthole.
I'll tell Sisi not to add that belly to this thing. I know belly is sexy, but for some African men, that belly will turn some men off.
Why? I don't get it. What do you mean by that?
I not go there. I want to sleep well tonight.
The belly button can be dirty. If you clean it very well. Clean it very well and it smells good. There's no limit. You can't.
No. Baba, there is nothing wrong with that belly. The thing is just that belly is like, it will take a man maybe another 3 to 5 minutes to circle the belly. You're going from the navel.
Who is counting the minutes? Who is counting the minutes?
Taking time. We just want to go to that.
Who is counting the time? Why are you in a rush? That's why I said earlier now. Why are you in a rush? These are the issues.
Well, some of my brother like to get to promised land on time. So we can talk about the promised land, and maybe tomorrow, if time permits, we'll talk about.
I will see if I can stop by tomorrow. But
Okay.
when it comes to the promised land, you can have that as many times as you want. Just take care of her first, because she multiplies everything.
I agree. I agree 100%. Thank you, MOP. God bless you, Baba.
Yeah, boss.
I really, really appreciate you too much. Thank you. All right, everybody, you heard it. Tomorrow, we're going to be having the second episode on this series. And the reason we're doing this series is to educate our African brothers. So please, if you're watching this, extract the lessons. Our sisters have been teaching us how this thing works with women. And please, as a man, you need to listen to what they are saying. We cannot continue to satisfy ourselves and leave the sisters unsatisfied, and then we expect them to be submissive. We expect them to be perfect wife. We expect them to be respectful and everything. This is a partnership. So far, you are deriving pleasure from your Kiriwa experience. Also, try to know your woman so you can also pleasure her. An orgasm is a big deal. So if you know your woman has been pretending, unfortunately, we couldn't highlight how exactly they pretend today, but tomorrow, if Cecilia and my sisters, if they are here earlier, I will want them to explain to us how they pretend so that you will know if your woman is pretend. Now, for some of us, some men like myself, some who have had some body counts, they do understand that when they do certain things, there are some results they want. If they don't get that result and the woman fake the result, they know. And which is something we'll talk about tomorrow again. So please, sister, don't fake it too. There are some men that they don't take for the matter. When you fake it, they know. And then it becomes a big deal once you fake it and they know that they caught you or they caught you that you are faking it, you know. Maybe the man just hit one thing. The kind ringtone that was supposed to go off wasn't what goes off. Okay? A brother once told me that one time one lady said, oh, I enjoyed myself. I squinted. And then because he squinted, he was so happy. The place was dark. After they do finish, the baby don't go. He come back, carry light. Come they find the water on top in bed sheet. So please, ladies, don't do that. Please. Don't pretend. Talk. That's what we're talking about today. Talk. Stop pretending. Stop lying to us. Stop faking it. Stop scamming us with this thing. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, my boss, MOP. Thank you, CC. If you are pretending, that's Oyo. Instead, take charge. That's sexy. God bless you, Baba. I know you always bring it 100. Thank you very, very much. So, Didi, troublemaker. Didi is the one that shared the screen to our VIP backstage. And I know once Didi said they inside this mode of contributing through the chat like this, you are not going anywhere. Now, so she could drop gem. So, D, I thank you, Sister Marriott. And my panelists today, Misty, Honey Babe, CC, Sister Natu, thank you all for at least coming to help me make this make sense. Like I said, this platform is here for us to at least share ideas and work with others. And because this platform is no longer monetized, I shared our Patreon link. Somebody. I'll see you. Yeah, I shared our Patreon link in the comment. So all the things we are talking about here, we are trying to code it. There are some raw things that I'm going to publish in our Patreon. So if you like to support our work, please subscribe to the Patreonship, become our member. Everything that we do, I will summarize it and I will post it in a video. And as a member of our Patreon, even as a man, you can come talk to us man to man. I'm not an expert. I will direct you to a man of prestige to help you iron something out. But if you want to have like maybe locker room talk as a man, you are dealing with some of this issue and there are no friends you can confide in, you can come and talk to me. Just chat me up. We will just laugh about it. We go drink. So that is our Patreon link for those who want to really support what we are doing here. God bless you all. Sister Marriott, stop looking for trouble. Your wahala too much, Sister Marriott. How do you get it back? Get what back, Sister Marriott? Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very, very much. God bless you for all you do, all your support all the time. that you brought here. Some of these things we are supposed to be paying expert, but my sisters, they always bring it 100. So I don't take that for granted. Thank you very, very much. Adana, your wallet is too much too. My bad sister. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now.